Stick back out on the play. All a shot save. Pasternak scores! David Pasternak!
At home.
Hello everybody, I'm Grant Flutt from Fletcher Sports Zone, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, Week 11 NFL action between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. Should be a good one for you today. AFC South rivalry. We will get Mr. Mayo to get the win, or he will take the fat L. Let's hope he takes the fat L. Oh boy. So Jacksonville, we all know the story. They lost 34-3 last week. That's just a game that you just throw immediately in the trash and you forget every second about it. You don't want to go back to that. You don't even want to bring it up. Apparently, it was Brandon Sheriff's worst game of the season. It was the defense's worst game of the season. You don't want to go back on that. You just want to focus on what's ahead of you, and that is Tennessee this week, Houston next week, and the schedule continues to ramp up, playing the Bengals, playing the Ravens, and, of course, playing these Titans once again in the last week of the season in Tennessee. But the Jaguars are back at home today, and Tennessee comes in at 3-6. Let's take a look at your starting lineups here. Tennessee Titans, obviously, they have Will Levis as their starter. I have no word on if Ryan Tannehill is the backup or not. If he's not, it will be Malik Willis, obviously Derrick Henry, the running back, with DeAndre Hopkins as the main wide receiver to watch on this team. Defensive side of the ball for Tennessee. It's been pretty solid. It's been solid. They have Terrell Edmonds, free safety. He was part of that Kevin Byard trade to Philadelphia. Azeez Al-Shire, 49ers linebacker. They acquired him the offseason. And it's also the return of Arden Key contributor, no pun intended there, key contributor to this Jaguars defense last season. As for Jacksonville, Lawrence getting the start. Jamal Agnew placed on IR. Elijah Cooks also inactive. Zay Jones, despite his arrest on Monday, is active for today's game. Evan Ingram, the main tight end. We're going to see Ezra Cleveland take his first snap as a Jaguar today. Walker Little back in the lineup. Cole Van Lanen inactive. That's pretty much about it. Cisco is in. So is Jenkins and Williams. No Tyson Campbell. And Jamal Agnew going on IR. That's pretty much the big news in favor of Jaguars roster moves. What's up to Evil Hope? Thanks for stopping by. Jags' last game was fun. Totally wasn't yelling for 2 of the 3 hours I was streaming for last Sunday. Let's avoid that, please. Let's avoid that. I'm done yelling at this team. I'm done questioning Doug Peterson. I just want to go out and have such a good performance. I literally have zero to no feedback. That's what I want, because you need to win dominant after getting embarrassed last week. Temperature is 76 degrees. The wind is from 6 to 12 miles per hour coming from the left side of the stadium. It'll be mostly sunny this afternoon at Everbank Field. Trevor Lawrence is healthy, and there's Brendan McManus for the kickoff. Away we go from Duval County. This one lands at the back of the end zone for a touchback, and out comes Will Levis. So Levis, he's done well in week 80 through 4 touchdowns against the Falcons, but since then he's thrown 2 interceptions. He really has not looked good against Pittsburgh nor against the Buccaneers last week. He only had a $199 passing First and 10 for Will Levis, wearing the number 8. No, that's not Marcus Mariota. Under center, Levis. First and 10, Henry in the backfield. Tight end put in motion. Handoff goes. Henry up the left side, and he picks up a gain of 3. Brought down on the play by Darius Williams and others in company. So second and 7 coming up. I am going to watch the Vikings game tonight. There's Pierre Skoronsky, the left guard for Tennessee, rookie, 11th overall pick. Trayvon Wesco and Chig Oku are going to be the 2 main tight ends with Chris Moore, DeAndre Hopkins. I believe Traylon Burks is inactive, and he is with a concussion. So is their left tackle, Andrew Dilliard, former Eagle. Second and 7, high snap. Levis puts it down. Handoff goes. Henry, loss of 1 there. Adam Gotsis with the tackle. Haven't heard much of his name since the Pittsburgh game. And he gets a good stop there. Of course, that Pittsburgh game was right before the bye week. Had their bye week, had that embarrassing loss to San Francisco, but they didn't have to travel. They are wearing their black uniforms with yellow pants, or rather white pants. I wish they had yellow pants if they had an alternate. Anyway, third and 7 coming up here for Levis. In shotgun, Tennessee ranks 28th in third down conversions, 33.3%. Levis directing traffic. Play clock down to 1. Levis takes the snap, and I guess the referees are going to call it. That is going to be a delayed game call, as it should be. I hate when the quarterback gets a snap off a whole second after the play clock. You got to follow the play clock. Brad Rogers, the referee. Oh, really? You can't watch Sunday Ticket because I'm using it? My bad. If you need me to go to an illegal website, I will. But I do appreciate it. Your brother share one? That's good. Well, I'm thinking about it this way, right? Patriots are on a bye. Steelers are on national television. And this game will be over by 4:25, so you and your mom can watch your game. So my apologies if you guys wanted to watch any other game, I guess. But I do appreciate Kyle for not deleting your YouTube channel off my Xbox. 3rd and 2. Levis is sacked. And as Okune along with DeJuan Smoot combining on the sack, 4th and long, and the Titans will punt it on their opening drive. We're going to get to see one of the better punters in the NFL today, Ryan Stonehouse. Second-year punter, and he has a massive leg. I was able to watch the Chiefs-Titans game last year, and that game really set on display how good of a punter he was, in my opinion. Stonehouse the punt. This one will land and bounce at the 22, and it'll continue to roll down at the 13-yard line. You let that ball roll a little too far to Parker Washington just coming off the IR. Here's Trevor Lawrence. So, not good, not good, not good. Needs to be better. 9 touchdowns to 6 picks. He does have a 67.3 completion percentage, which is good, but really outside the completion percentage, I'm not impressed. He had 3 turnovers against the Niners last week. And again, you just got to kind of throw that entire game out the window, and you really got to improve. Really got to improve. Here's Trevor. Fix the inside handoff to ETN. Rolls out to his left. Fires on the run and out of bounds. Second and 10 coming up for Jacksonville. Of course, if anything was to happen to Trevor, C.J. Beathard would be the backup today. Walker Little still taking that left guard position. He's been back in the lineup over Tyler Shatney. Luke Forner has been the center. Antoine Harrison still getting reps at the rookie right tackle spot. Zay Jones back in the lineup for the first time since week 5. You know, he is coming off an arrest. Really surprised he's playing today, but I'm glad he is recovered from his knee injury. Here's the handoff, and getting absolutely nowhere was ETN. It's going to be tough to run on this Titans defense. That is one thing for sure. 3rd and 10 coming up here for Jacksonville. A quick 2 plays and a quick nothing. Rooting for Levis this year. Will Levis is a very solid quarterback. I was a little surprised when he dropped to the second round of the draft. Jeffrey Simmons, D tackle for the Titans. He's the main catalyst of this group. Arden Key, now Shazier. That is the new linebacking core. And in the secondary, Sean Murphy Bunting is inactive with a thumb injury. 3rd down and 9. Here is Lawrence. Fires to the left. Pass is caught. Calvin Ridley down at the 28. Oh, and a nice catch off the curl route, and Ridley picks it up. Jacksonville gets the first, and that's already one-upping Tennessee right there. No 3 and out on their opening drive. Nice move, right side of the field. Really able to get wide open there, making a move on the corner. Number 26 there, that is Christian Fulton. And Bosa just went down with an injury. Joey Bosa? The Chargers aren't right now? Oh, yeah, the Chargers aren't right now. Playing the Packers. About to say Nick Bosa. I'm like, the Niners aren't on until 4. Here's the catch. Out of bounds, Zay Jones, a gain of 4. So, it's really nice to see Zay Jones back in the lineup. It is. He brings a lot of speed to this offense. He can run long. He can run short. It doesn't really matter. He is such a good player for this Jacksonville offense. They're going to use him sparingly today. He made the 6-yard grab, and he's back out on the sidelines. Of course, Jones had the third quarter touchdown grab against the Chargers back in the wildcard game. He's been kind of quiet since the wildcard game, but I think with him back in the lineup, he should hopefully be better. Here's ETN, and that's going to be a loss of 2. Tart on the tackle, and it's going to be 3rd and long coming up. Tier Tart screaming up the middle, getting a tackle and a loss of 2, 3rd and 5. Now coming up for Tennessee and their strong defense. I think that was a perfect chance to do play action. Lawrence has completed his last 2 passes. And it will be 3rd down and 5 coming up. Jacksonville ranks 25th on 3rd down conversions, 35.3% this year. Lawrence on 3rd and 5, going to lob it up for Kirk, and it's incomplete. 4th and 5 coming up. Now, I'm not going to really mention it much more, but Jones was charged on Monday with a domestic battery charge. Innocent until proven guilty. He's got a court date in December, I think December 3rd, the day before the Bengals game. So we'll have more updates when the Bengals game comes around, but until then, I do not want to speak on much information that I do not know about. Same thing with Milan Lucic if you're going to ask me any Bruins questions. This punt goes out of bounds at the 12 of the 13. I just know what everyone else knows right now, right? I'm not some special insider for any team. So, whenever the court dates happen, they happen. Packers just had a turnover on downs. Well, that's right, because Minnesota probably would get the Packers-Chargers game. Ain't that right? Of course, I am borrowing Kyle's Sunday ticket because Massachusetts is getting Browns-Steelers. Hopefully, this doesn't become an issue during winter break, but for a couple of games there, I may have to use an illegal streaming website and start switching tabs on my computer. The Jags and Packers will trade quarterbacks. I mean, I wouldn't mind Jordan Love. I honestly wouldn't. Obviously, I'd keep Trevor, but Jordan Love's been okay. He hasn't been great. He really looked solid the first few weeks of the year, and then he really just slowed down. So I don't know. But Love hasn't looked terrible. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We are in our first commercial break. Both teams punted the football away. Glad to have you on board with us here. Week 11. I cannot believe it is already week 11. I cannot believe Thanksgiving is already Thursday. Everything is just flying by right now. I have three weeks until I'm on winter break, where for a whole month you will see me broadcasting in this basement. It's what I like it best. I I've already shared with you guys on Thursday during the Thursday night stream. This is my wheelhouse. This is where my best broadcasts come from. This is where I do my best work. It's fun streaming in college, but my room's very small, so I feel very, lonely, I guess, if, no one else is in the room with me. And this is just a way better atmosphere to broadcast. I have a bigger room. I have a much bigger TV, all that stuff. So don't worry. I think once the Ravens game comes around, up until the wild card, I will be down here. And then, of course, when I'm back from school full time, I will be broadcasting probably every Thursday and Monday night game. That's honestly going to be my goal, depending on the matchup. I'm going to try to do more games than just the Jaguars. And obviously, in the playoffs, I'll try to do 2 broadcasts a week for the playoffs. I'm commentating every single Jaguars game as far as they go. Unless it's the Super Bowl. Maybe I won't commentate the Super Bowl. I have no idea. Anyway, that's not for another couple of months. 1st and 10 for Tennessee. Their second drive begins on the 13. Here is Will Levis rolling out to the right. Pass is caught. Hopkins, a gain of 11, brought down by Darius Williams immediately. 1st down, Tennessee. 9 minutes left here in this first quarter. Levis has been sacked 8 times the past 2 weeks. It was announced before the Tampa Bay game he was going to be the starter for the remainder of the season. His statistics when playing 2 much better defenses than the Falcons, it's shown he's going through the rookie pains. 2 nice. Love is mid. Well, it's his first full year as a starter, so I'm giving Love. I won't really judge Love until next year. Here's the end around. And picking up a nice chunk of yards here, past the 50, and brought down by Devin Lloyd at the 38. Oh my goodness. Chris Moore off the end around picks up well over 30 yards. While Tennessee's offensive line does a great job here. Fakes the inside handoff to Henry, pitches it back. Josh Allen can't make the tackle. And then Moore was just able to pick up another 30 yards after that. The defense really needs to step up. They let a simple end around fool them. Down at the 38-yard line of Jacksonville, 1st and 10. Levis play action to Henry. Levis fires. Pass is dropped. A diving attempt by the tight end, Oku. Oh, my God. It happened during Week 18 last year, too. I can't say his name right to save my life. Chigozam, I could actually say his first name. It's Chigozam, but Okanoku. I think it's Okanoku, if I'm not mistaken. I think we're just going to roll with Okanoku because it's really hard to say, especially when I'm doing my typical play-by-play, and you reach that barrier where a name has to roll off the tongue, and it just doesn't roll off the tongue. It doesn't go well. You get calls like that. 2nd and 10. Levis can't handle the snap. It was a high snap. Jacksonville's going to jump on top of it at the 42. Oh my gosh, a high snap. Levis couldn't handle it, and jumping on top of the football is Olcon. And that is disastrous for Tennessee. They got one lucky play. Jacksonville's defense puts fear in the rookie. And then the bad snap lands in Jacksonville's hands. 1st and 10 to go for Jacksonville when we come back from commercial break. What's up, Zoe? Thanks for stopping by. Oh, my God. This defense, man, it's so good. This defense is great. This defense is elite. We just need more consistency out of the offense. I thought it was going to be the offense was lights out and the defense was going to be very shaky. The complete opposite has happened in the first 10 weeks. And the fact that Lawrence is averaging 1 touchdown pass a game is really annoying me. Someone's got to – and listen, Jaguar fans on Twitter, please keep on defending Lawrence. I want you to. But for the individuals who dare say that Lawrence is having a better season than Justin Herbert, and I know there's a lot of you Jaguar fans on Twitter who are saying that over the past week. I've been seeing all of it. Stop. Lawrence is fine. He's great. He's our franchise guy. But, oh my God, saying he is having a better season than Justin Herbert is stupid. It's blasphemous. It's making our fan base look really bad. So while we are in commercial break, I wanted to make that agenda towards Jaguars Twitter. Please stop saying Lawrence is better than Herbert when this season he just simply hasn't been anywhere close to the same caliber as Herbert. So just chill it. I want Lawrence to throw like 3 or 4 touchdowns today. I really do. I do. Because Tennessee has a tough defense. They're without their second best corner. And we should be motivated to do better than last week. I mean, if there's another game where we score 3 points, we're going to look horrible. So, they got to get better today. Of course, I'm doing all this rambling because we're in commercial break and I'm just trying to kill off the time here. That was my little quota towards Jags Nation. Stop doing what you're doing. All right. We had a commercial break, 7:41 to go here in the first quarter of play. Cardinals are up 7-0 over the Texans, and the Bears are up 7-0 over the Lions. 2 things we did not expect. Heading into today, Lions, they gotta get ready for Green Bay on Thursday. Here's the pitch. Etienne's first carry of the drive in a gain of 2. We second down and 8 coming up. On tackle was Amari Hooker, who has, I believe, 2 years left on his 3-year contract. Lawrence under pressure and dropbacks. He has a completion percentage of 24.2. That's the 5th highest in the league, according to Amazon statistics. Sometimes it's a bunch of hooey, and sometimes it actually does give you factual information. I don't know. Here's Lawrence. Takes the snap on 2nd and 8. Fires. Evan Ingram's first catch of the game. Brought down after a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 5. Kevon Wallace with the tackle. What's up, John? Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate everyone spending your Sunday afternoon with us here. 3-6 Tennessee visiting 6-3 Jacksonville. Versus the 2 meetings between these AFC South foes. I did see the Blues lost 5-1 last night. How are the Blues even doing? I've been kind of keeping track of the Western standings, but I mostly just pay attention to the Eastern Conference. 3rd and 3. That pass intended for Ridley was incomplete, and now they're going to call McCreary for pass interference. And so even though Lawrence threw that ball way out of bounds, Tennessee's going to get called for a penalty. That is crazy. Pass was thrown way out of bounds, intended for Ridley. And the guilty party was McCreary, and that was a hold. It was definitely a hold on the corner. So 1st and 10 Jacksonville, they got lucky. Roger McCreary, the guilty party, and so the Jaguars will avoid going 3-and-out on both their drives. They now have the ball at the 41-yard line of Tennessee. Ridley to the left, and Lawrence is going to fire his way, and it's Christian Kirk who comes down with the grab instead. Down to the 21-yard line, brought down by Filton. 1st and 10 for the Jaguars. A nice diving catch there by Christian Kirk, able to jump up, make the adjustment, and get both feet in bounds. Awfully impressive stuff. Those are 8-7-1. Interesting. Relief also there, but Luke Farrell with the catch for Jacksonville. Luke Farrell, backup tight end, 30-year tight end out of Ohio State. He was an Urban Meyer product. And this year, of all years, getting more playing time than not. Christian Kirk, what a catch that was down the left side. Incredible catch. 2nd and 4. And shotgun Lawrence. Handoff goes ETN. ETN inside the 10, crashing down to the 7. First and goal to go for Jacksonville. What's up, Ryan? How's it going? Jacksonville just enters into the red zone. Well, this is where Jacksonville's offense has surprisingly struggled. Usually in the red zone, your option would just be to hand off the ball to ETN and score touchdowns. But Press Taylor loves to just have Trevor sling it in the red zone. I don't really know what the deal is. And you see right there, the stats on your screen, Lawrence, 45.8 completion percentage in the red zone. It's ridiculous. They got to figure out some of these better play calls. Here's the direct snap. Lawrence would keep it himself and gets a yard, 2nd and goal. Lawrence looking for his first rushing touchdown in a few weeks. They're cheering for the Jaguars or the Titans. That would be the Jaguars. Even though I'm wearing a Patriots hoodie. I literally just realized I was wearing a Patriots hoodie like right when I clicked live. And I'm like, too late to change it. I already left all my Jaguar jerseys in my dorm room. So actually, I could have worn the Ramsey mustard. Here's the handoff. Duke Johnson, or rather, Dearness Johnson, not Duke Johnson. Dearness Johnson's first carry of the game, the gain of 2. 3rd and goal. So the Jaguars released JaMychal Hasty earlier this week. He got claimed by the Patriots, and so Dearness Johnson, as expected, did win the 3rd-string running back job. And after an abysmal performance by Tank Bigsby last week, I'm hoping he stays the running back 2 for a while. Jags on top. I was going to do a Duval, but I have a play to call. 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence. Lawrence fires for the end zone. Pass is caught. Touchdown, Calvin Ridley. Nice catch at the back of the end zone. Well-placed ball by Trevor. His 10th touchdown pass of the season. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. They're checking out the replay. He got 1 foot down. He got the 2nd foot down. Clear as day. Touchdown for Jacksonville. Duval. There we go. Now I can do it. 6-0. They're going to review it, but Ridley is clearly in the end zone, so we ain't got to worry about that. 8 plays, 57 yards, 4:43 off the clock. And here's Brandon McManus for the extra point, and it's blocked. And the kick is good. Oh, my goodness. Tennessee brought all the pressure. They blocked the kick, and it somehow still sneaks through the left upright. Oh, my God. Brandon McManus with the luckiest extra point you'll ever see in your life. But Calvin Ridley scores the touchdown. It is 7-0 Jacksonville, late first quarter here in Duval. All right, so that was Calvin Ridley's. I want to say it was his 4th touchdown catch of the season. It was his 3rd. Wow, he really hasn't caught a touchdown since the Bills game. That's crazy. I thought Ridley had at least 1 more touchdown, but I guess not. So he scored 1 against the Colts in week 1 and against the Bills in London. That was his first one in Jacksonville. Yay, good for Ridley. His first touchdown on home field, but yeah. 7-0 here as we head into commercial break. Again, I'm watching this off NFL Sunday Ticket, so if I am behind, if you're in the Jacksonville or Tennessee area and you are listening to this broadcast behind, just know I'm not watching this off live television. I'm watching this off YouTube because we live in Patriots land, but I don't really, we live in Mass, but I got to watch the Jaguars somehow. Oh, my gosh. You know what's funny? Speaking of the Jaguars, you know what's funny? I can't believe I've been a fan for over 10 years at this point. It's crazy. It all started when I was watching Red Zone. I've told the story a million times. I'm watching Red Zone. The Colts are beating up on the Jaguars. Scott Hansen's like, we are back for another Red Zone attempt by the Colts, just trying to run up the score. And I'm just like, oh, I like this. I'm like, I feel so bad for the Jaguars. I'm going to like them moving forward. And then they drafted Blake Bortles, and that was the deal breaker. I was like, yep, this is my team. Because when Bortles got drafted, I called him the next Brett Favre. Did not go well. It went, I mean, it didn't go well because, I was expecting Bortles to be like Brett Favre, but I guess he was like Brett Favre in terms of if he threw a touchdown one drive, he'd throw a pick on the next one. And that got me thinking. Bortles retired last year, right? But there are so many teams that could literally use him. I know he's said numerous times since he retired his body's not in the shape of playing football again, and that's understandable. But, I mean, man, to say that the Browns or the Bengals couldn't use him right now with, Watson and Burrow out the rest of the year. Lawrence went 4 for 4 for 35 yards on that drive. We are back live here in Duval. The kickoff and the return will go out past the 25 to the 26. A nice return there by the rookie running back Tajay Spears. Or Tajay Spears. Tajay is how you pronounce that. And 1st and 10 at the 26 for Will Levis. And fans since 2018, respect it. That was a terrible year for us. Terrible. I don't want to talk about it. The year just sucked. I hate Cody Kessler forever. 1st and 10 for Tennessee at the 26. In motion is Moore. Levis under center. They fake the handoff to Henry. Throws the screen. Henry with a nice catch. Down to the 32. Darius Williams, Trayvon Walker, and others combining on the stop there. You're from Chicago. You see, you get what I'm talking about. You get what it's like cheering for the Jaguars in another state. You get where I'm coming from here. It's hard. It's so hard. I literally didn't even make an effort to I used to just watch Red Zone all day and watch the Jaguars off Dofu, but then once Dofu kicked me out, I just wouldn't care. It's so nice that for the last 2 years, I've really made an effort to watch every single snap of every single Jaguar game. It really feels good watching your team than just looking intensely at Red Zone as Henry gets a yard there. 3rd and 3 coming up for Tennessee. Because I'm just watching Red Zone oh my God, can the Jaguars just come on again? I want another Jaguars update. Houston ties it at 7 against the Cardinals. Dalton Schultz, 20-yard touchdown snag from C.J. Stroud. Jaguars need to win today so they can keep the 2-game division lead over Houston, because if Houston wins next week, the Jaguars are in trouble with Houston getting the season sweep. 3rd down and 3. Levis, empty backfield, puts a man in motion. That's Spears. And the play is blown dead by the officials. I thought it was, but I still saw DeJuan Smoot try to chase Levis, so I was confused of what was going on. And we had a timeout called by Tennessee. And probably a good thing, because that play looked broken. A minute 11 left here in Jacksonville. 7-0. Calvin Ridley, your touchdown scorer. Mike Vrabel. He's been the head coach of this team since 2018, and if things continue to go down this trend, this will be the 3rd year he misses the playoffs as the Titans head coach, and the first time Tennessee has missed the playoffs back-to-back years since 2015 and 2016. Even in 2016, they finished 9-7. Who ended their playoff hopes? The Jaguars did. Yeah, that's right. Anyways, 3rd down and 3. Come on now. It's rivalry week, right? I gotta get my cheap shots in there somewhere. Oh my goodness. 3rd down and 3. Here's Levis in shotgun. Takes the snap. 2-step drop. Under duress. Levis is going to run for it. And he's got it. Brought down by Lloyd. A gain of 4. And Levis is slow to get up. Helped up by one of his linemen. He has 4 rushing yards on the day. and Levis may have tweaked his ankle. Ryan Tannehill does look active and ready to go if his number is called upon. I wouldn't even be shocked if Tannehill comes in this game, if this game becomes blowout territory. If it does, Jacksonville's had a hard time blowing out teams this year, a really hard time. Here's Henry. It was a shoulder and a gain of 2. Brought down at the 39. Will Levis, rookie QB out of Kentucky. Kentucky versus South Carolina last night. South Carolina ended up winning 17-14. I saw Kentucky winning, and that I was like, oh, yeah, he's from Kentucky. Let me check if they won. Nope. Henry, gain of 2 there. 2nd and 8. 2 seconds left in the quarter, and Titans just won't snap it. So at the end of the first quarter, a rise is here. Jacksonville up 7-0 over the Titans. You know, once upon a time, this game was rumored to be a night game when they were making the schedule. And honestly, it kind of stinks that it wasn't because, Broncos-Vikings definitely isn't a bad game, but you know, you can avoid, especially now that Kirk Cousins is injured. I know Josh Dobbs is playing great, but you could kind of avoid putting that game on primetime now, if you get what I mean. Titans aren't good, but if Tennessee, let's say, for example, if both teams were 6-3, or it was 6-3 versus 5-4, both teams were 5-4 or whatever, I would want that as a primetime game. Like how I wish the Steelers and Browns game got flexed to primetime tonight. That's the game I really wanted to watch. Unfortunately, it's on at the same time, so I'm not really going to be able to catch much of it. The Browns are up 7-0, though. They are winning with Durant, Thompson, Robinson. Are you kidding me? I guess so, eh? 7-0 Browns. That's crazy. Cardinals up, we know that. Texans, Cardinals tied at 7. Raiders up 3-0 over the Dolphins. Aiden O'Connell has not been playing bad. He hasn't been playing good, but he hasn't been playing bad. Wow. Panthers up 7-0 over the Cowboys, up 7-0 over the Panthers. The Bears are up 7-0 over the Lions. Chargers up 3-0 over the Packers. And the Giants up 7-0 over the Commanders. 405, we have Buccaneers, 49ers, and then CBS has both these games right here, Jets, Bills, and Seahawks, Rams. Of course, Sunday Night Football, Vikings, Broncos, Monday Night Football, Eagles, Chiefs. I wanted to do a special broadcast for Eagles, Chiefs, but I don't think I'm going to be. I think I'm going to watch that one with my college buds, but what a game it's going to be. And if I was here for an extra day, I definitely would have broadcasted that game because, oh my goodness, it's going to be cinema. Ladies and gentlemen, that game is going to be cinema. Super Bowl rematch, knowing that it could literally be a Super Bowl rematch. You have, this could be the game in the middle. Let's put it this way. If the Chiefs and Eagles have a rematch in the Super Bowl this year, that could be the rubber match. Chiefs win last year, Eagles win this year, and if they play again in the Super Bowl, you never know, right? First play of the second quarter, Derrick Henry. Yeah, it's a gain of 2. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. Oh, Miami just scored. Okay. I was about to say, I wasn't sure how long that Raiders lead was going to last. I guess it didn't last long. Dolphins coming off the bye week. Of course, they were in Germany 2 weeks ago. Tyreek Hill caught touchdown. That is good for my fantasy team. 3rd down and 6 coming up here for Tennessee. They looked at Levis's ankle during the commercial break, and I guess they just taped it right back up. He's back out there, of course. Spears the running back. 3rd down and 6. Levis with 4 seconds left on the play clock. Levis takes the snap. Levis, 2-step drop. Levis under duress. Escapes the sack from Smoot. Fires on the run. And a dropped interception. Oh, so close. For Brown, he almost had it. Oh, my goodness. Almost coming away with the interception. was Monteric Brown, who came so close. He had his fingertips on the football. He read the route perfectly. Levis trying to do way too much there. He threw it off the back foot. Terrible pass. And almost landed into the arms of the Jaguars corner. Stonehouse is back out there, 61 yards on his first punt. They found a gem of a puncher. Tennessee going from Brent Kern to Ryan Stairhouse here. That's pretty good company. Fair caught. There is a flag down. The punt was fair caught by Parker Washington, who's coming off the IR. So pretty much Parker and Agnew kind of switched off there. Parker was on IR. Agnew took place of the kick and punt return duties. And obviously now with Agnew out on IR, they activated off Parker Washington, the rookie out of Penn State. He will now be doing mostly special teams duties for Jacksonville. Flag is down, and the referees are having a long communication here. And it is going to be on Jacksonville, so I think they'll just back them up, or they're going to replay fourth down. They're going to replay fourth down. Titans long snapper is Morgan Cox, former Pro Bowl long snapper with the Ravens. I believe this is his third year with the Titans. It's 4th and 1 thanks to the 5-yard penalty. And now Tennessee is lining up like they're going to go for it. At their own 47, this is very risky. Levis under center. Maybe they're trying to draw Jacksonville off sides. Levis under center, 4th and 1. Puts the tight end in motion. They do snap the ball, and Derrick Henry's going to get a gain of 4. First down, Tennessee. 4th and 1, Tennessee keeps the drive alive. Committing the penalty was Tank Bigsby. I thought they were going to punt it away still. They brought in Jeffrey Simmons as their fullback. He could be like their fullback, kind of how the Buccaneers use Vita Vea. They brought him in as an extra blocker. He almost pancaked Trayvon Walker. Goodness gracious. Down to the 49-yard line of Jacksonville, 1st and 10, Tennessee. They keep the drive alive. They fake it. Levis under duress. Got this in his face. Pass is tipped and almost intercepted. Is it? Olakun running away with it, and they're going to say incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up for Tennessee. That is the second dropped interception of the drive for the Jaguars defense, and that pass went right off Hopkins' hands. He's got to make that catch, and it was a diving play. Darius Williams all over him. Ball clearly hits the ground. No interception there. It's 2nd and 10. Looked a lot closer watching it live than the obvious replay. Levison shotgun. Inside handoff here is Spears, and he goes down to the 46. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 coming up for Tennessee. Oh, man, A-Chain's hurt again? Really? He just got back. That sucks. He just got placed off IR. He had such a great first, 5-6 weeks of the year. He's gotten injured in first game back. He gets hurt again. That is rough. 3rd down and 7. Levis with Henry as the running back here. Hopkins split out to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Hopkins and Darius Williams. That's the matchup to watch. I got to throw a screen and whistles. And Mike Vrabel is very distraught, it appears. Tennessee had to call their second timeout. So Tennessee's already down to 1 in this first half. Of course, in the first half, you could kind of eat away timeouts. It's not going to have a longer lasting effect, but it still hurts if you're trying to get the ball back in a 2-minute situation. Especially if you challenge and you lose a challenge. You're going to be at timeouts for the rest of the half and down to 1 challenge left in this game. 12:26 to go, second quarter. They're showing a quick little 30-second ad from Jake from State Farm. All right, now we're out of the huddle. Levis, he's thrown a couple of passes off the back foot, and those have been his worst throws of the drive. 3rd and 7. Ball placed at the 46. Empty backfield. A tight end and a receiver bunched up to the right, 2 to the left. Hopkins, top of the screen, going up against Williams one-on-one. The screen, another screen. And picking up the first down, needing 7 and getting about 10 on that catch and run was Kyle Phillips. First down, Tennessee. And they had to see the screen coming. They literally already saw the play previously. It was going to be a screen before the timeout was called. Goff has 2 interceptions in 16 minutes. Wow. I mean, dare I say, is that the game that put San Francisco right back in the 2 seed? The Lions kind of underlook the Bears and they come out and shockingly lose. Isn't Fields back in the lineup? That's going to help out that offense a lot. Levis. Inside handoff, Derrick Henry. He's wrapped up by Lloyd. 2nd and 9 coming up here for the Titans. A lot of O-line injuries this year. Of course, Dilliard is out today. Right tackle, Nicholas Pierfretti. He was suspended for the first 6 games and was just placed on IR. Skoronski came back from an injury. He was out 2 to 4 weeks. It's been a tough blow for this Titans offensive line. However, their center, Aaron Brewer and Corey Levin, have stayed healthy. 2nd and 8. Levis, quick throw. Hopkins wrapped up immediately. Lloyd with the help of Brown. It's 3rd and 7 coming up here for the Titans. They'll mark it 3rd and 6. And now we have a scoring update here in Green Bay. And look at this end around for the touchdown. Reed, the rookie receiver. Jaden Reed. Packers now lead the Chargers 7-3. I guess that's good news for the Titans. It doesn't really affect the Jaguars much unless, of course, if the Chargers sneak into the playoffs, they might play them again in the wild card. But really, that game doesn't mean much to the Jaguars right now. Levis on 3rd and 7 walks right into a sack. And off the safety blitz, it's Stray Cisco. Cisco has been an animal this season, and this secondary has really improved when he's in the lineup. And look at this. Safety blitz, look at Josh Allen. He comes right up the middle. So does Roy Robertson Harris. Immediate pressure. Allen and Cisco combining on the sack. 4th and 14, and we will get to see what Tennessee does here. They do have Nick Folk, their new kicker they acquired from the Patriots after the preseason. But instead, they're going to bring out Stonehouse again. And now they're going to take the delay of game penalty, which will make it 4th down and 19. Which I guess is a good thing, right? Yeah, delay a game. I guess this is a good thing for Jacksonville. Or they're going to decline it. 4th and 14. That's interesting. Jacksonville declined the penalty. I guess they didn't want to risk the chance of there being a touchback. I don't know. I probably would have just taken the extra yardage, but this is a good punt from Stonehouse, and it's going to land at the 1. What a special team job by the Titans. Flags are down. I definitely think Tennessee committed a penalty. Chris Moore fell on top of the punt. It's because the Tennessee player kicked it. That could have been a violation. I'm not sure. Right there, yeah, Kendall, he kicked it forward. Well, I don't think you're supposed to do that. Special teams trying to do their job, though. This has just been a penalty-filled second quarter. He's on his butt, and he's just trying to, kick the ball forward. I'm sure poor Kendall there. I think he's going to get penalized. The awareness was there, though. I give him credit where credit's due. He at least tried to make a play on the football, and that's all you want in that case. So flag is down, 8:59 to go in this second quarter. We're trying to figure out if we're going to get a repunt, if Jacksonville's going to get at the 20, So long communication. I don't think you can kick the football. Let's see. Well, the punt goes off the hands of Moore. Is that where they're going to down it, or is it the kick forward? And then clear recovery at the 1 if it stands. This is going to be a long explanation. Let's take a listen. Referees are still talking things over. Jacksonville does not seem happy, the crowd. Thank you, Sparrow Needs, for not explaining us anything. All right. So I guess it's going to be a mystery where Jacksonville gets the ball here. I think they're going to count it at the 1. I think. Raiders taking the 10-7 lead, which is crazy. Aiden O'Connell, his touchdown pass was to Devontae Adams. We can check my fantasy team, I guess, in the meantime. I got to also edit my fantasy hockey lineup today. That'll be good to do. Let me go get that. I'm curious how many points Tyreek Hill has gotten me so far. All right. So, all right. Let's take a look at what we're doing here in fantasy football. I'm in 3 leagues, 2 of which I don't care about. I only care about 1 league for money. I am 8-2 with the name Calvin and Chipmunk Ridley. Ridley already has 9 fantasy points. That's pretty cool. Josh Dotson's done nothing for me recently. Should start Rondell Moore. If only I knew he was going to get a 48-yard touchdown. Good Lord. At least the Cardinals are much better with Kyler Murray under center. They were borderline unwatchable when they had Dobbs. Devontae Adams also has 16 points already. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. All right. That's my 1 league. Also another league I don't care about. I really don't have many players playing until the 425 window, so I guess that's okay, but I'm getting destroyed right now. 40-15, but I still have Mahomes, McCaffrey, Diggs, AJ Brown, TJ Hawkinson, and the Bills defense to be played. And then lastly, in the team I really care about, Lawrence already has way more fantasy points than he did last week. He already has 6. Jerome Ford, Tyreek Hill already has 20. Wow. Terry McLaurin, Ravens. And I still have Puka, Javonte. And yeah, Puka and Javonte. Not too bad. Second down coming up here as that was a handoff for ETN. And it'll be 2nd and 5 off the 5-yard run by ETN. Let's take a look at what Gene Sarator has to say about this.
That means he has reestablished in the field of play, and he does keep a loose ball then in the field of play on the scrimmage play. No loss of down. 10 yards from the spot, as Brad Rogers said.
So there's the handoff at a gain of 7. That is ETN on the carry. So because his body was still in bounds by the time he kicked it, it was legal. So that's good to know. But Jacksonville getting a first down, pretty much ending any shot of safety anyway. On another scoring update down in Houston, the Texans have taken a 14-10 lead over the Cardinals. Here's Lawrence. Fakes it to ETN. Lawrence throws it deep off the play action, looking for Evan Ingram, and it was swatted away. 2nd and 10 coming up. Oh, great coverage right there by Alshire. 2nd and 10 coming up. Ingram works down the right sideline, and he tried to jump up and make a play, but Alshire knocks it away. Not even looking for the football. He sees Ingram has it in his hands, and he just swats it out of harm's way. 2nd and 10. Ball placed at the 24. Johnson, the running back. Lawrence takes the snap, fires down the middle, passes caught. Christian Kirk. Kirk's going to dive, and it's going to make it about 3rd and inches, if not even give him the first, depending on where they spot him here. And they will mark Kirk 1st and 10. And I think that Zay Jones is back out on the field. I think Lawrence is getting a little bit more comfortable, as he should. Now you have your 3 main weapons with Ingram, with ETN. I mean, all is good right now for the Jacksonville offense. Kirk in motion. Handoff goes. Johnson is brought down. What a tackle there from Tart, along with Alshire combining on the tackle. 2nd and 10 coming up. This is just the 3rd Jaguars drive of the game. They've only held the ball before this drive, they only held it for a little over 7 minutes. And they are making this drive count. This is, I believe, their 6th play of the drive coming up here. Trevor fakes the inside handoff and under immediately duressed by Simmons, dumps it over. ETN is brought down after a yard. Harold Landry, Boston College kid, getting the tackle there. I do know my Boston College Eagles. I'm not thrilled that they lost to Pittsburgh on Thursday, but they got Miami next week, and then they're off to whatever bowl game they play. I'll probably be on the call for the bowl game. Since I've wanted to do a Boston College broadcast this season, and I haven't had time to do one yet. I would have broadcasted the BC UConn game if I wasn't attending in person. But 3rd down and 8 for Trevor. ETN, the running back. Lawrence steps into the throw. Pass is underthrown to Zay Jones, and he'll get the pass interference penalty. Roger McCrary, his 2nd pass interference call of the half. And Jacksonville once again gets lucky. He was held, and then right there he tries to make a play on Jones, makes contact without even looking for the football. It's the right call, but Zay Jones, he had no chance on making the play, though the ball was a little underthrown. Maybe Jones could have came away with it. Thanks to the pass interference calls, Titans already have 46 penalty yards. ETN, the running back. Here's Lawrence. Oh, a little end around to Calvin Ridley. Ridley gets blockers. Cam Robinson shoves a man out of his way, and he's out of bounds at the 19. Calvin Ridley, they said, hey, Chris Moore, we could show you one better. Nice play calling there from Doug Peterson. Not much I've had to complain about today in terms of the play calling. If this offense could score points on 2 of their first 3 drives, there is nothing to complain about. Look at Cam Robinson. My God. Just running over a man right there. That was crazy. 1st and 10 at the 20. Pitch goes. ETN. Now Harrison delivering a nice block, and ETN goes forward in a gain of 3. Of course, Trevor Etienne played last night, caught a screen pass for the touchdown in Florida's heartbreaking loss to number 9, University of Missouri. I was really hoping the Gators were going to pull that one out. Graham Mertz got injured, and they just fell short. Second week in a row, they almost pulled off an upset, though. They also played LSU really tough the previous week. It's going to be an interesting game next week against Florida State with Jordan Travis out. And we'll get to that in a minute. As 2nd down and 8, inside handoff. ETN takes it up the right side. He's going to be brought down. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 coming up. Monty Rice with the tackle. Oh, go Tigers. There it is, John. But it was a great game last night. It really was. Congrats to you guys. It was way too close. Yeah, it was. You should have had us beaten to rights by the 3rd quarter. While I'm at it, I would just like to give my quick thoughts and prayers to Jordan Travis, Florida State quarterback. He suffered a massive leg injury last night. Thoughts and prayers to him. Hopefully he undergoes surgery and is back by next season. You just hate to see such a serious injury like that occur to anybody. Kirk in motion. It's 3rd and 1. Handoff goes. ETN! He is absolutely demolished. What a tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. He just comes screaming up the right side of the line, and he just planted ETN into the turf. What impact. Boom. Right there. And a loss of 1. Jeffrey Simmons. Oh, my God. I was struggling to announce what was going on because I was just in shock. That hit came from out of nowhere. So 30-yard attempt by Brandon McManus, and this one's right down the middle. So it is 10-0 Jacksonville. Jeffrey Simmons, what a hit. But it is 10-0 Jacksonville with 2:43 to go in the first half. This first half flew by. Tyreek Hill's heading to the locker room. Not good. Not good. What's up, Matt? Thanks for stopping by. Oh, yeah, no. Florida ETN is related to Jacksonville ETN. That Trevor is Travis's younger brother. Yep. Trevor Etienne is Travis's younger brother. That is true. And they're always complimenting each other on Twitter. They'll always find the highlight of one of them on Twitter, and they'll always like retweet it and be like, "That's my little bro," or whatever. It's so funny. Literally, I could show you Travis Etienne last night after Trevor scored the touchdown. He was like, "Oh, he took like a screen pass to the end zone. What a guy." Oh my God, I'll find it for you here. And they do this every week, and it's so funny. Oh, here it is. It was a check down to the crib. I see you. It's so funny. Oh my God, it's so funny. Like they do this every week. You see that? Check down to the crib. I see you. They do this every week. After every single Gators game, Trevor's tweeting about it. After every Jaguars game, Travis is tweeting about it. It's so funny. It's so funny how they just compliment each other like every single week. It's so funny. I recognize the name watching. Yeah, no, that's his younger brother. He's supposed to be good too. He was supposed to be just like Travis. He's supposed to be drafted in the first round. I think he's a sophomore. He could be a junior though. I know Mertz is a redshirt junior, so Mertz has got 1 year left. Hopefully that shoulder injury isn't going to keep them out for long. My goal is once I'm on winter break, I will actually be going out of my comfort zone and I will be broadcasting some bowl games. Why not, right? Like, I think it'll be fun, and maybe I'll even do the national championship game if I can. I'm glad I didn't last year. I was going to last year, but after TCU got absolutely demolished, I was very happy I didn't, because no offense, I would not be enjoying myself broadcasting a 65-7 game. So, but I think over the winter I'm gonna try to broadcast at least a couple of bowl games that might have my interest. That this is when I really watch college football, is during the bowl game season. McManus kicks it away, and this one will be returned at the 9. Spears will bring it out to the 22, brought down the play by Andrew Wingard. Yes, they both play running back. That is a factual statement. All right, so Jacksonville's drive ended off a fantastic tackle by Jeffrey Simmons, just rocking ETN on that 3rd-and-1 carry. McManus nailed the 30-yarder. It's 10-0 Jacksonville. They have scored on 2 of their first 3 drives. You got to look at it from that standpoint, not as, oh my God, they've only scored 10 points and there's 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter. I look at it as, in 24 plays, they've scored 10 points. That's not too bad. Tennessee now trailing in time of possession. Jacksonville just over 14 minutes now. Levis fakes it to Henry on 1st and 10. Pass is tipped at the line and incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up here for Tennessee, and Trayvon Walker coming right up the middle. Walker's been having a really good year, and obviously I still wish, the Jaguars had Aiden Hutchinson or Sauce Gardner. That's always going to be the thing with Trayvon Walker. No matter how good he is, it's how good Hutchinson and Gardner also end up. But Walker really has done well this year, and he's just kind of catching a lot of strays now because he was the number 1 overall pick. I really think he's been okay this year. He has not been bad. Screen pass here is Hopkins. He runs out of bounds after a gain of 5. And Jacksonville's defense could force a quick 3-and-out here. That might be the idea. 3rd and 6 coming up for Tennessee. Tennessee does not have to snap the ball before the 2-minute warning. They can let this clock go down, and that's exactly what they're going to do. That was Hopkins' 3rd catch of the game. And they'll mark it 3rd down and 7 as we head to commercial break for the 2-minute warning. Jacksonville needing a stop and get the 2-minute offense going. Back in commercial break. Other scores. Browns still up 7-0 over the Steelers. Texans still up 14-10 over the Cardinals. Raiders up 10-7 over the Dolphins, and we'll keep an update on that Tyreek Hill injury. Cowboys up 10-0 over the Panthers. Bears and Lions tied at 7. Chargers up 10-7 over the Packers. Giants up 7-3 over the Commanders. Maybe it's just a Washington thing. They can't beat the Giants for whatever reason. I don't know what it is. Those are the only games on right now. It was nice that we no longer have these Germany and London games. Last week was the last one of the season. Listen, I'm in the East Coast. I don't want to wake up at 10 a.m. and watch football. I want to wait until 1 o'clock. I'm not going to lie. When I woke up at 9 in the morning to make sure I could broadcast the Falcons and Bills games this year, I'm not going to lie, I hated every second of that. I really did. I think 9:30 in the morning is way too early to be commentating a football game. Hell, to be watching a football game. So, it's great for the game, but really, if they just kind of push the London games to have them start at 11 or 12, that would be better. But then I know, but then they kind of overlap with the 1 o'clock slate. So, I get both sides of the argument, but what are you going to do? NHL is in Sweden this weekend, and because of the schedule, I haven't had time to watch any of the games. Who's even over there? The Senators, Red Wings, Maple Leafs, and Wild? It's something like that. I've been keeping track of who's been winning the games. I know Toronto beat Minnesota. And I think Ottawa beat Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I mean the NHL in Sweden, like the having games start at 2:00 in the afternoon on a Thursday, like that confuses me. It really does. They're down 7 for Levis right out of the 2-minute warning. They're down 7. Levis fires past, caught and brought down short. Brown with a good tackle there on the tight end. 4th and 1, and I think we're going to see a punt here, as we should. That was Oku. What did I say? Oku and Co. with the catch. 4th and 1. I think 3-4 ending after. Wow. So at the end of this morning's game. Yeah, like there was a game in the morning. It was a game at like 9 a.m. and I was not up to watch it because I just completely forgot it was on. Why am I waking up at like 8 in the morning to watch an NHL game? Crazy. Looks like Tennessee is. They're thinking about going for it here on 4th and 1. Nope. Now they'll punt it away. But to say they're at their own 30. What are they doing? It's the right move here, punting it. Stonehouse. Washington has 5-yard return on average this season. So 4th and 1 for Tennessee. Stonehouse will boot it away from left to right. Washington will not get a chance to return it, and the ball rolls out of bounds inside the 30. That stinks. Morgan Riley got 5.5 fantasy points, and obviously, since the game was already played, I can't even insert him in my bench. Dang it. That stinks. All right, I'm dropping Jonathan Quick. I don't need Jonathan Quick. And we're taking. Okay. I completely. No, I didn't even realize how early they were playing. I kept Matthew Boldy in my lineup though. My gosh. Ridiculous. I got screwed out of 5 fantasy points by Morgan Riley. Anyways. All in good fun, of course. We are in commercial break. Tennessee just punted it away. We are right out of the 2-minute warning. Jacksonville with a chance to take a 3-possession lead heading into halftime. That would be exactly what the doctor ordered for this offense. This offense has been very fluent all day. Haven't gotten the run game going, but they've gotten a couple of pass interference penalties, which has helped them drive down the field. And Lawrence, as per usual, executing on the play action passing. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown, and a Brandon McManus 30-yard field goal. That is your difference maker in this one so far. So we're just heading out of commercial break. Jacksonville ready to begin their fourth drive of the half. And here's the handoff. ETN, and I say don't get the running game going, and then they pick up 9. Alshire with the tackle. Giants, by the way, now lead the Commanders 14-3. That is crazy. How Sam Howell goes from playing great to playing terrible in a matter of a week. Here's Lawrence. Lawrence rolls out to his right, and he's going to take off here. Pumps and runs out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 as he lost 2. Lawrence was just better off throwing it out of bounds. Third down and 3 now coming up for the Jaguars. Huge AFC North implications down in Cleveland. The Steelers and the Browns. It is still 7-0 Cleveland. And that one, Ravens came off a huge victory over the Ravens last week, trying to beat another AFC South or an AFC North foe and clinch second place, or at least lock up second place for the time being. Flag is down right before the 3rd down play for Jacksonville. And neutral zone infraction against Harold Landry. So, 1st down Jacksonville. It's a penalty and a gain of 5 for Jacksonville. So, they're going to move forward. They don't even need to go through the stress of trying to convert that 3rd down and 3. 1st and 10 now for Jacksonville. Tennessee now 4 penalties, 51 yards. Kirk in motion. Lawrence with ETN to his left. Trevor takes the snap. Lawrence fires on the right side, incomplete, looking for Calvin Ridley. And on the coverage was the corner McCrary, who was called for 2 pass interference penalties earlier on in this game, but clean man-on-man coverage there on Calvin Ridley. 2nd down coming up here for Jacksonville. 10 to go in the 2nd quarter. Trevor. With ETN to his right. Trevor takes the snap. Lawrence fires down the middle, and the pass is caught. A gain of 8 for Zay Jones. Quick throw from Lawrence, and it's going to be a gain of 8. Here's Trevor. 3rd and 2 now. They can try to go quickly to the line. Lawrence, 2-step drop, dumps it off. Pass is caught. ETN needed 2. Got 3. 1st down Jacksonville. And that's about all Jacksonville could have asked for no matter what happens on this drive. They did not go 3 and out. And they will hopefully not give the ball back to Tennessee either. Started Hunt have a chain on IR and had to drop a player to activate him. Yeah, probably. I mean, a chain's been injured, and he just got injured again today, so I think he made the right call there. Lawrence throws incomplete. When I had Nick Chubb on my fantasy team, and when he got injured, I picked up Jerome Ford, and he's been averaging about anywhere between 11 to 20 points a game. It's by far my smartest waiver claim of the season was getting Jerome Ford for sure. He's been killing it this year. Yeah, exactly. And with the Falcons and Colts on the bye weeks, yeah, limited options. No, absolutely. That makes sense. 2nd and 10, 7th play of the Jaguars drive. This drive's already lasted over a minute. 2nd and 10. Lawrence just chucks it up down the left side. Pass is caught. What a catch by Calvin Ridley. Pushed out of bounds by Hooker at the 13. 1st and 10 for the Jaguars. And look at Lawrence, not afraid to throw it deep. They're finally getting Calvin Ridley involved in this offense, and they are playing great. ETN used as an extra blocker. A good throw down the left side. And Lawrence with a beautiful spiral. Calvin Ridley able to reel it in. And He just pushed that bounds at the 14. That's what Lamar get first and 10. Lawrence in shotgun. That's now the 5th play Jacksonville's gotten 10 yards or more on. Kirk in motion from left to right. Lawrence takes the snap, handles the snap, fires for the end zone, and just overthrows Christian Kirk on the coverage. And celebrating the overthrow is Eric Garrer, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. So Jacksonville, this is their 3rd red zone trip. Scored a touchdown the first time, kicked the field goal the second time. Ridley the touchdown, McManus the field goal. And that is all your scoring. But for the Jaguars to get 3 of their first 4 drives of the game inside the red zone, that's what this offense needs, is confidence. Already scored more points than last week, right? Can't complain much. Here's Lawrence. Fires down the middle. Pass is caught. Ingram is going to be wrapped up. And it's going to be 3rd down and 2 now for Jacksonville. Jacksonville has 2 timeouts, and Doug Peterson will call one of those. So both teams are down to 1. By the way, Evan Ingram is still yet to have caught a touchdown this season. It's not bad because he's still playing very solid, but it is alarming. He's the player that you'd expect caught a touchdown by now, but you're not really surprised he hasn't. He does a great job. Again, I think it's just the red zone offense for the Jaguars. It's just so bad. Or at least has been bad. At least before right now. Lawrence. Now in the huddle, 3rd and 2. You could kick another field goal, worst case scenario, but that's not what you want in the spot. Right now you want a touchdown. With the Jaguars getting the ball at the start of the second half, you can put this thing out of reach early. Here's Trevor, 3rd and 2. Stays on his feet. Throws on the run in the back of the end zone for Ingram. Incomplete. Honestly, I don't know why Trevor just didn't keep on running. I really don't. He should have just kept on running. He had a wide open path to the end zone. He stumbled. He was able to outrun the linebacker. He threw for Ingram. Ingram kept on running as well. That was the issue. Miscommunication. 4th and 2, and so they're going to bring out McManus once again. He has first chip shot from the 30. This one will be his second chip shot from 25, and good snap, good hold, and the kick is good. So it'll be 13-0 Jacksonville. 14 seconds left in the first half. And once again, the rookie Levis facing a much better defense than the Falcons. He has been struggling. And they're going to head a commercial break. 14 seconds, CBS. Good Lord, you don't have to make money well, they do, but come on, man. It's 14 seconds. I'm seeing all these Christmas commercials. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing all these Christmas commercials. It's crazy. I can't believe Christmas is literally about a month away. I think that's ridiculous. Literally, by the end of next week, we're already a month away from Christmas. It's crazy. Christmas falls on a Monday this year, right? The 25th. I get out the 15th, and I think I literally have a whole month off. December 15th through January 14th, I think, when I'm going to be off from college. So expect a lot of broadcasts to occur then. I'll probably do a Celtics game, and obviously we're going to be doing Bruins games with other primetime NFL games. So next month will be exciting for the channel heading into December, right into broadcasting playoff games in January. Obviously, like I said, I'll be commentating every single Jaguars game. I'll probably also be commentating a playoff game for both the wild card and divisional round. Even if the Jaguars are eliminated or whatever, we're going to make time to broadcast twice in a weekend. At least that's my hope. Here is the kickoff from McManus, and what a powerful kick this is. Touchback. Now to the 25, goes the Titans. Well, there's 14 seconds left. With all due respect to CBS, thanks for making us sit through that meaningless commercial break. 14 seconds left. Levis could just kneel out the clock here. Or they could try to drive down the field. They got one timeout. So does Jacksonville. And yep, they're going to take a knee. All that waiting for a kneel down. Levis will head to the half, and Tennessee's got some adjusting to do here. They've done a nice job stopping the Jaguars' rushing attack. But really, outside of that, they have let Trevor throw the ball on them pretty handily. They've committed a couple of penalties. Jacksonville takes the 13-0 lead heading into the halftime break. Well, we're going to do some NFL grids, of course, but before that, we're going to do one last look around the NFL and give you a recap of all the scores and action from around the league. Okay, right now, we have the Browns up 10-0 over the Steelers. We have the Dolphins up 14-10 over the Raiders. The Lions up 14-10 over the Bears. Chargers up 10-7 over the Packers. Texans up 21-10 over the Cardinals. Cowboys up 17-3 over the Panthers. And the Giants up 14-9 over the Commanders. Washington just scored, though. Sam Howell rushing touchdown. That's one way to get on board. All right. I would say the biggest shocker is the Browns not really missing a beat without Deshaun Watson. I'd probably say that's the biggest shocker of the day so far. Let's do some grids while we're at it. I didn't do yesterday's either, so we'll do yesterday and today. So we have Panthers, Cowboys, safeties in one season, Panthers, Commanders, Cowboys, Commanders, Panthers, Chargers. Well, yeah, you get my point. You got to guess the players play for both teams, of course. And we ain't going to waste any more time for Panthers and Texans. You know, I'm in the mood to come up with rare answers right now, so I'm going to try to think of some rare answers. David Carr should be a rare answer. And I thought it was going to be more rare than that. But 11% is very solid. Pretty much, I think if you get anything like under 20%, it's at least a decent guess. Texans, Cowboys. I'm thinking of a couple of players here. I think Randall Cobb is a good answer, and it is at 10%. Not too bad. Panthers, Commanders. I'm really not just trying to say obvious ones. So, like, obviously, Josh Norman comes to my mind first, but I'm trying to come up with a more rare answer than that. Panthers, Commanders, eh? I guess we're just going to have to go with Josh Norman. But I'll sit on that. Chargers, Panthers, Mike Colbert. Yeah, let's go Josh Norman. What the heck? Josh Norman. Get the question right and move on. All right. Commanders Cowboys. I can't come up with a rare one for this one. Alvin Harper, old receiver for the Cowboys. Yep, from 91 through 99, a whopping 1% got that. Let's go. And then Cowboys Chargers. Again, I'm not trying to say Ryan Leaf, but I might have to since I'm not really coming up with anyone else. It's going to have to be Ryan Leaf. Safeties. J.J. Watt. For the Commanders. I can get one for the Chargers. Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack has done it. Where is he? There he is. Khalil Mack. A Commanders player who sacked someone for a safety. Wasn't it like London Fletcher? I'm trying to think of the safety against the Cowboys in 2012. I think that was London Fletcher. I could be wrong. It was. Good. Good. Oh, Jonathan Allen's another good one. Oh, yeah. Alfred Morris for Commanders Cowboys. Look at that, hey? Yeah, Randall Cobb was going to have last. Deontay Foreman. Jeez, no one knew who Deontay Foreman was before last year. He literally liked my Instagram post once, and everyone's like, why are you making such a big deal out of this? Devontae Foreman. I could say that now as a flex because he's actually really good. And I was posting him on Floodsters before before he got popular last year and broke out. Oh boy, Broncos and Eagles. We're on to yesterday's. We're gonna go with Brent Kern on this one because I could also do him for Broncos Titans. That's why we're gonna do Eric Decker. Broncos Titans. Boom. Oh, what the heck? 50% for Eric Decker. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was gonna be way lower. We did get the Brent Kern though, so that's pretty cool. Vikings and Broncos. I'm trying to think of someone else not named Teddy Bridgewater. Gary Zimmerman play for the Vikings. He did. He's mostly on the Broncos though. Good. We're gonna have Jeremy Maclin here for Eagles Chiefs. I love Jeremy Maclin. Chiefs. Oh, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Chiefs, Titans, Matt Castle, Jared Allen for Chiefs, Vikings. I was going to do Matt Castle for Vikings, Chiefs, but I don't really care about the percentages. Obviously, my goal is to just get the immaculate grid. Vikings, 2 sacks in one game. I could have done Jared Allen for this one, too. Instead, we'll do... Remember, this is since 1999, which drives me mental with those, but... Titans 2 sacks in a game. We can go with Titans 2 sacks in a game. Okay, we'll do Jeffrey Simmons for this one. No way they paid him this much money just for him to not have 2 sacks in a game. Where is he? Jeffrey Simmons. For some reason, the thing's not going down. There it goes. Interesting. Okay, what about Brian Orakpo? I don't know why it wasn't popping up. Brian Orakpo. Yep, he certainly did it. Eagles 2 sacks in the game. Reggie White. But since 1999, almost got me there. We're just going to go Brandon Graham. That's going to be a high answer, but I don't care. Only 14%. I thought more. Vikings, and I can't say Jared Allen. Okay, what about, again, like, why can't I say, like, Jim Marshall, Alan Page, anyone on the Purple People Eaters? This is ridiculous. Why do I got to limit my history knowledge to just 1999? It's ridiculous. Or since. I also get a Dungeon Curse for either the Eagles or the Titans. Funny, I bring that up. He didn't play for the Vikings, unfortunately, though. I'll go with Everson Griffin. That's what I'm going to get right now, and it's correct. Good. Okay, so that grid's good. On to the next one. I think we have time for one more, depending on how quick I am. So So we're going to go quick on this one. Oh, man, damn it. I got to read. Okay, we'll go to day 140. Here we go. Texans and Cowboys again. Bengals, Ravens, Lions. All right. Well, we're gonna do some funny answers here. So Scott Mitchell is gonna be for this one. Under 2%. Let's go. Ravens and Bengals. So as I think the night that they played on Thursday Night Football. These division teams kind of screw me up because I could have done Scott Mitchell for this one too. Could have done Shot Perryman. I kind of screwed this up. That's okay. Ravens 30-plus touchdown passes. I'm going to go with Lamar. There's no way Flacco threw for 30. He may have done it once, actually, but I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson because I know for a fact he did that in 2019. So Romo. Do Dak as well, of course. I'm not sure I'll ever do it. He probably has. And I'm going to do Deshaun Watson. Not Dakota Watson. I got to read. There he is. Deshaun. Maybe Matt Schaub did. There's 10%. Who else could have done it? Not David Carr. Not Brock Osweiler. Probably was Schaub. I don't know. Lions, Cowboys. John Kitna. All right. Bengals, Cowboys. Well, luckily, okay, we're in our last commercial break here, so this will be the last grid no matter what. And funny enough, this is the hardest one of the bunch. Actually, no, it's not. Bengals could be Terrell Owens. It's going to be high. Only 60%. Oh, because I could have done a Woozier for that one, too. Right. Bengals, Ravens. Oh, and I can think of Scott Mitchell right now, and that's a bad thing. To be fair, Ravens Lions would have also been really hard. We'll wait on it. Texans, Bengals. They just played last week. Was there any big revenge game? I don't think so. I know that I know Tom Savage played for both these teams. I don't think he ever played a snap for the Lions, but we're gonna guess Tom Savage. Good. They count it. That's how it should be. Bengals and Texans. This is toughy. Ravens too. You know they're gonna be obvious. Reggie Nelson. I keep on thinking Reggie Nelson, but he never played for the Texans. Nope, can't really come up with one for either of these two. Stump me. Really stump me. We're going to go Jeremy Hill. I'm also kind of, just trying to get this done before the second half. But no excuse. No excuse still. I should have gotten these. All right, we'll go with Phil Thomas. I have no idea. And then we'll go with wait a minute. Actually, I may have just pulled one out of I might have just pulled one out of the hat. Vince Bagel. Oh, I guess not. Okay, well, TJ Houshmandzadeh, I completely forgot played on the Ravens. Oh my God. Okay. Orlando Brown, Hayden Hurst, Jeff Blake. Okay, there was some obvious ones here. I didn't see any Scott Mitchell. Oh yeah, I did. 47%. Tyler Ott. Yeah. Wow. Lorenzo Neal. Ooh, Kevin Zeitler. Oh, come on, man. That's a joke. All right. Well, we're ready to start the second half. I'm an NFL casual officially. I'm no longer a reputable source of NFL history now. Out at the 9 and out to the 27 is where Dearness Johnson gets absolutely laid out by the Titans special teams player there. Jacksonville will get the ball to 27. I hope Amanda Reiner is saying the truth and is not pulling a lie. If you know, you know. Christina Thompson. Anyway, 1st and 10 for Jacksonville. Absolute disgrace to sports reporting and sports journalism. Ridiculous. 1st and 10, ball placed at the 27. I won't go much into detail, but if you wanted my small little opinion on that, there you go. Johnson takes it to the right side, lowers the shoulder, and a gain of 8. Give me 2nd down and 2 coming up here for Jacksonville. Levis sucks. Well, I wouldn't say he hasn't been terrible today. It's just the Jaguars' defense is so much better. But no, I agree. I think, there's nothing to lose for Tennessee at this point, so that's why they're going to keep on starting Levis. But realistically, if they were smart, I would say after this game they should switch back to Tannehill, but they won't. And that's fine. You want to get Levis as much reps as possible. I got no issue with that. Here's the screen, and a nice catch and run by Ridley, and a gain of 5, 1st down Jacksonville. I mean, you headed into this week, not really. You looked at the schedule, and really outside of Steelers, Browns, and maybe Vikings, Broncos, there wasn't a lot of eye-popping games. I mean, when Buccaneers, 49ers, and Bills, Jets are considered top 5 games of the week, you got a pretty bad slate on your hands. So this is definitely being a bore fest. This is caught by Brenton Strange Farrell, his 2nd catch. My apologies. That was a rookie getting the snag. Farrell with his 2nd catch of the game, and another 1st down for Jacksonville. Basically, I was saying there was a lot of matchups that didn't look appealing, and this game being one of them because of how bad Levis has played. Stroud and Tank Dell popping off for your fantasy team. Well, that's good. I'm destroying Mike right now, Kyle. Don't even look at the score. It's an absolute slaughter. Strange emotion. 21 receiving yards for Farrell on the day. Here's the pitch. Goes to Johnson. Johnson's going to fly forward and get a gain of 2. He tried the little Bobby Orr, let me go flying for a second. Did not work. He picks up a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. Jaylen Warren has just rushed for a 74-yard touchdown. Pittsburgh now pulls in within 3 of Cleveland. So, again, that was a huge AFC game. Jaguars have already beaten the Steelers, and they got the Browns in the 2nd week of December in between the Cincinnati and Baltimore game. I don't know why they kind of threw all the AFC North games out once for the Jaguars, but 2nd and 9. Trevor's going to take off and run. He will be brought down at the 41. Brought down by Tart. 3rd and 6 coming up for Jacksonville. They'll actually mark it 3rd down and 4 as they are just knocking on the door of Brandon McManus's field goal range. Who has made both of his chip shots from earlier on in this contest. Just getting underway here in the second half. Jacksonville first drive of the second half. Lawrence's 2nd rush of the game goes for 6 yards. They have Johnson split out to the left as a receiver. 3 tight ends, or rather 1 tight end, 2 receivers bunched up to the right. 2 seconds left on the play clock, and Trevor's got burned a timeout. Yeah, it sensed something was wrong. I think Ridley, he was over there shouting at Lawrence saying, hey, something's wrong, and Lawrence then burns the timeout. So Jacksonville, if they're winning, using this timeout early won't matter a whole lot, but this becomes a one-possession game, and Jacksonville's trying to get the ball back I mean, spending a timeout this early in the second half is going to be crucial. Communication, obviously, is extremely important as we take a look at Trevor in pregame. He's still wearing that ankle brace. He's been wearing that since the Saints game. He tweaked his ankle back in week 6, I believe, and he's just been kind of wearing it ever since. But certainly not a bad thing. He is so mobile, and he can still do what he needs to do to have this team win. But I'm sure him getting sacked a whole lot last week was not good for his leg. Here's the 3rd and 4 handoff. Johnson up the middle, and that was an interesting play call. As he gets nothing, 4th and 4. Jacksonville's kind of in no man's land. They could attempt the long field goal, or they could just go for it. I really don't think a handoff to Johnson was the smart call there. I think I would have had Trevor throw a short pass. 4th and 4. Jacksonville looks like they're going to go for it. Ball is placed at the 40-yard line of Tennessee. So really long field goal. Jacksonville 4 for 12. 4th down conversions on the season. So I do agree with going for it if they so happen to do so, which they do. Lawrence, pump fakes. He has to escape pressure. Lawrence fires on the run, wide open, and getting the blockers he needs all the way down to the 7. Nice catch and run there from Dearness Johnson. 1st and goal to go for Jacksonville. And that is great pocket presence by Trevor Lawrence. Just takes the snap, waits, steps up, and finds his wide open running back. Well, this was definitely worth it over kicking the field goal, that's for sure. The corner went up, and he wanted to block Johnson. Johnson with a nice little spin move as Lawrence kind of faked Tennessee's defense into thinking he was going to run. Able to get Johnson wide open down to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal to go for Jacksonville. Kirk in motion. Fakes the pitch. Lawrence stumbled. And lost a 3 there. This is what I'm talking about with Doug Pearson getting too fancy with his play calling. You're in the red zone. Just call it the way how you see it. Hand the ball off to ETN or throw some short passes. Get the ball in the end zone. It's fine kicking field goals against a team like Tennessee, against a team like, well, I can't say Cincinnati anymore, but a team like Cleveland or a team like Baltimore or a team like Houston next week. That's going to come back and haunt you. 2nd and goal. Ball placed at the 9. Trevor empty backfield. Kirk, 4 wide receivers set. Kirk and Jones to the left. Lawrence looking to his left. Escaping pressure, rolling out. Trevor's going to run it in. He dives for the pylon. Touchdown, Jacksonville. What a run by Trevor. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for this offense. Consistency. They have now scored on 4 of their 5 drives. Incredible. Lawrence just rolled out. You saw nothing open. Jeffrey Simmons tries to push him out of bounds, but Lawrence clearly breaks the pylon. Touchdown, 19-0. Wow. And you want to know what? This is why I say good for Doug Peterson. As Evan McPherson, or rather, Brandon McManus, wrong team, makes the extra point. And now we have a fight breaking out after the extra point. The kick is good, so it is now 20-0. And it looks like the long snapper, Ross Messiah, getting involved. But Lawrence with the rushing touchdown, and what a beautiful play it was. 20-0 Jacksonville. Hey, my quarterback's back. That's nice to see. After last week's abysmal game, good Lord, the offense really needed this game. We're going to be right back after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere. 20-0 Jacksonville in front at home against division rival Tennessee. Glad to have you back on board here on YouTube for this AFC South rivalry game. 20-0. Jacksonville leads over Tennessee. The kickoff from McManus will be returned from 2 yards deep into the end zone. And Spears will be brought down at the 18-yard line. So for Lawrence, his first game since week 6, he's had multiple touchdowns in a game. He now has, I'm trying to figure out how many rushing, I'm trying to look up his rushing statistics right now. His first rushing touchdown of the season, 11th touchdown of the year, first rushing. And in terms of rushing, that is his 8th rushing touchdown of his career. And by far his most memorable, I would say. 1st and 10 for Will Levis. Flags fly. And Josh Allen's trying to fire up this Duval crowd. A penalty against the Titans. False start on the tight end Wesco, who has done nothing today. 1st and 15 coming up for Jacksonville's defense. 20-0. And honestly, I think if Tennessee does not score a point here, I think the Titans got to bring in Ryan Tannehill. Sorry to Levis. I know this might be your team for the future, but you got to score or you should get pulled. At least that's my opinion. 1st and 15. Tight end in motion. They fake the pitch to Henry. Fires caught. And out to the 20. Brought down the play by Brown. Weil with the catch. It's been a while, Weil. Oh, my goodness. Josh Weil, his first catch of the game. Oh, my God. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I completely forgot that he was a rookie. Yep, 5th-round pick out of Cincinnati. I do remember him. Desmond Ridder was around when he was in college. Yep, he has 1 career touchdown, which was against the Bengals back in week 3, which was like ages ago. Here's Henry. Gets nothing there. Lloyd and Foskey with the tackle. It's 3rd and 7 coming up for Tennessee. Now, let me tell you something. Week 3 does feel like a long time ago. I mean, how do I explain? I'm shocked we're already in week 11, which is showing how quickly the year has gone by. But also, holy crap, week 3 felt like a million years ago. I'm being honest, it does. Maybe it's because the Jaguars lost that week. I don't know. But they're down 7. Here's Levis. They have Williams going one-on-one against Hopkins yet again at the top of the screen. Here's Levis. Dumps it off. Passes caught. Spears breaks off 1 tackle. Cisco and Lloyd, with the help of Rashawn Jenkins, prevent the first down. It's 4th and 1. The Jaguars secondary with the help of Devin Lloyd. What a remarkable play that was. You just threw a quick check down. Spears was the only open man. Pocket was collapsing. This Jaguars defensive line is nothing to scoff at. We've seen this pretty much since week 2 against Kansas City. We've seen this defense. It's nothing to take lightly. Stonehouse up for his 4th punt of the game, and poor Parker Washington, he can't return anything right now. And another punt sails over his head for the touchback. Put a little less power on that, Stonehouse. My goodness. 4th and 1, Tennessee punts. We'll see what they do on offense next drive. Again, I think it's about time Ryan Tannehill comes in the game. I know you've already announced this is Levis's team for the rest of the year. But no offense, it's kind of your fault. After 1 good performance, you're just going to announce him as a starter? That seems crazy to me. As I think Tannehill should be starting next week because Levis, really outside that Atlanta game, has looked pretty bad. And he had 2 throws that should have been picked off in this game. You cannot throw off the back foot. That's like rule number 1 as a quarterback. Don't throw a cross body and don't throw off your back foot. I mean, look at Trevor. 2 or 3 of Trevor's picks this year was when he was throwing off the back foot. You don't do that. Now, but Trevor needed this game badly. I thought his confidence was going right in the dumpster, but luckily it's right now showing it's not. The Browns have a 10-7 lead over the Steelers in the third quarter. Well, every game's in the third quarter now. Texans up 21-10 over the Cardinals. Dolphins up 14-13 over the Raiders. I mean, the Raiders have been solid. I can't believe it, but the Raiders are another team that's kind of knocking on the door for a playoff spot. I also thought this game was going to be a blowout. But it has not been. Cowboys up 17-3 over the Panthers. Lions up 14-10 over the Bears. Chargers up 13-10 over the Packers. And the Giants are still up 14-9 over the Commanders. Good for Tommy DeVito, though. I love if he got his first win. That'd be so cool. I know my Giants friend, he's probably like, why aren't they losing right now? We're supposed to tank. I want Caleb Williams or Drake May. What are we doing? Listen, I put it to you this way: if you get one of those two guys, win. Like, dude, you're just gonna destroy your team morale. Win. If you're still gonna get a quarterback you really want, win. Win. Don't destroy this team's morale and just draft the quarterback. I know the Giants saying now they're gonna stick with Daniel Jones, but no offense, if they did that, I would absolutely laugh. I mean, unless their long-term plan is wait for Quinn Ewers, if Ewers really commits to staying in Texas for another year. Unless their plan is getting Quinn Ewers next year, I don't know, but Trevor, what a nice touchdown run that was. We have ETN taking a direct snap. It's going to be a little, they faked the end around to Kirk. ETN still has it, and he's up to the 22. Funky play there. Dangerous to do when you're in your opponent's red zone, or in your own red zone. Meaning, of course, if you give it up to Tennessee, they will be in prime field goal position, but nothing happened, so I won't go much into it. Tennessee, since week 11 of last year, Jaguars entered 3-7, Titans 7-3. Titans are since 3-13. The Jaguars 12-4, and I think that is just including regular season. Here's ETN up the middle. Nice move by ETN. Gets a gain of 12. First down, Jacksonville. I mean, this has been a slaughter. I'm sure Titan fans know how I felt watching the Niners-Jaguars game last week. This has been an utter beatdown. We should be seeing C.J. Beathard in the ball game, I would imagine, honestly, after Jacksonville scores. Lawrence doesn't have to really pad his stats. He just got to get the win, and he already has great statistics in this game. And also, knocking on wood here, don't throw an interception. You want to play turnover-free football for once. Lawrence, good play fake. He's throwing it deep, wide open at the 42, Calvin Ridley. As he is downed on the play by McCreary, another first down for Jacksonville. This is good for me. If this game ends early, the earlier I can leave for college. What the heck? But now this game will still be going on for probably at least until 3:40 Eastern time. This game could be the first one to go final, which is good. Take a quick shower and I'll head right back over to campus if Matt and Sam are listening in. Can't wait to join you guys tonight. Here's the handoff and a gain of 3 for Dearness Johnson. What an acquisition Dearness Johnson was. And I called it since day one. He was going to eventually replace JaMycal Hasty. He had the better preseason. He had the better training camp. He has much more NFL experience. There was no way Hasty was going to keep the starting job. I know we kept keep the second string job. I know we re-signed Hasty in the offseason, but I kind of sensed once Dearness Johnson was brought in, he was specifically brought in to compete with Hasty and maybe mentor Tank. As Lawrence fires and caught at the 22, Christian Kirk. He's been an amazing acquisition for this team. And he's honestly been the running back too, because way more comfortable with Dearness Johnson in the game than Tank Bigsby. Let's be honest here. Bigsby has been playing terrible. I know he's a rookie. I'm not trying to hammer on the kid, but he has way too many fumble issues, and he and he's been dropping a lot of passes. It's been really frustrating. I know it's growing pains watching a rookie develop, but Bigsby is not looking good. Third round pick, I think he was. We could have addressed a bigger issue. 1st and 10, they figured ETN. Lawrence chucks it off the back foot, wide open. Calvin Ridley for his second touchdown of the game. Oh, what a marvelous toe-tapping catch. Ridley's got his second of the game, 101 on the day, 4 touchdowns on the season. Trevor, oh, wow, you couldn't have placed that any better even if you tried. My goodness, what a breakout day for Calvin Ridley. Well, this is what we wanted. Everyone wanted to get Calvin Ridley involved in the game plan more. And that's exactly what's happening right now. McManus knocks it through. It's 27-0. Lawrence has been on fire today. No turnovers. Ridley's got 2 touchdowns. Kirk's been great. Dearness Johnson's been great. That was a good day. Yes, it is, Sam. Yes, it is. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Jags up by 4 possessions. You know what's great about winning in dominant fashion? It's winning in dominant fashion over your division rival. That's all I'm going to say to that. As McManus will kick it away from right to left, and this one will go in for Spears. He will turn it 1 yard shy of the end zone and out to the 25-yard line. So, 2 broadcasts and 2 games that aren't going to be remotely close. Of course, they did Ravens-Bengals on Thursday. You kind of sense Baltimore was winning that game. Even before the Joe Burrow injury, just felt like Cincinnati was the better team. And then, of course, I'm happy with this result, but in terms of an entertaining broadcasting standpoint, we're gonna have to start cracking some knock jokes or rambling on about other stuff because Will Levis is still in the game. I was expecting Tannehill to be in, but they're gonna let the rookie and the growing pains grow out here as Spears will go down to the 30. You know, it's funny. Jaguar fans are, we're harping on Tank Bigsby, right? But the Titans fans are probably saying the same stuff about Levis. So I get it. we got to be patient with these rookies, but I mean, see what happens here. 2nd and 5, Henry back in the game. I mean, usually it was Tennessee beating us 27-0. Believe me, I get it. I've been on the other end of this a million times when Jacksonville was bad and Tennessee was making the playoffs. How quickly a year has changed. Roles have reversed. Here's the snap. Levis fakes the inside handoff. Pass is caught. Phillips with a catch down to the 42. Brought down the play by Okun, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for Tennessee. On this day in 2015, one of my favorite Jaguar games was played, as that was Nick Westbrook-Akeem on the catch. My apologies. One of my favorite Jaguars games was played. Thursday Night Football, the Jaguars defeated the Titans 19-13 on Thursday Night Football. It's a great day. It really was. And so is this. This is also a great day. 1st and 10 and flags fly. What's up, Brendan? Good morning. 3:05 in the afternoon and you're just getting up. Goodness gracious. Here is Dylan Raduz, who was called on the false start. So 1st and 15 for Tennessee. Yeah, no, DeVito threw 2 touchdowns. 2. It's remarkable. The Giants have an offense. I think it's just the Commanders are psychologically tormented by the Giants. That's got to be it, because how can Washington almost upset Seattle and then be losing at home to the Giants? It doesn't make an ounce of sense. Here's Levis. Pass is caught. Spears. He'll get the first. Or actually, no, he won't go back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up for Tennessee. 1:18 to go. Brendan, by the way, I know I told you I was heading back on Monday. I'm actually heading back tonight shortly after this game. Well, I didn't say shortly after because this game is going to end really early. But, I'll probably be back on campus around 6 or 7. That's probably the play. I would like to catch the end of the 49ers game if I can. So I'll try to be back by then. And then, so I'm just letting you know, if you want to watch Sunday Night Football with me, Matt, and Sam, you're more than welcome to. Here's Spears down to the 42. If you don't go to Dean College, ignore everything I said. Anyway, 3rd down and 5 coming up. As Jacksonville is just really looking to put the cherry on top of the ice cream. How bittersweet would it be for the Jaguars to get a shutout here? Hey, there's a Bortles jersey. He's really fired up, waving his deal with it towel. I know what, though? At least someone's wearing a Bortles jersey. At least I'm definitely wearing a Bortles jersey, the first ever Jaguars game I go to. Here's Levis, rolls out on 3rd and 5. K'Lavon Chaisson's there. Levis throws it away. Ball is on the ground. I think the referee's going to call it incomplete anyway. This is some brutal camera work by CBS, with all due respect. And there is going to be a flag down, and they're going to call this roughing the passer because a linebacker can't put his weight on the quarterback. Oh, come on. I didn't know we're up 27-0, and I'm not trying to gripe over a flag here, but I mean, come on. Sometimes you got to let the boys play. Levis, again, throws a terrible pass off the back foot. Chaisson, okay, well, if he made helmet-to-helmet contact, that's obviously a penalty, but they're going to call it roughing the passer. I mean, it's a 4-possession game. I'm not going to gripe. If this was a closer game, I'd probably complain about it, but Tennessee continues to drive. Chaisson's mad, as he should be. That's penalty yardage onto a stat sheet. Poor guy. Made a football play and he got penalized for it. Bummer. 1st and 10 for Will Levis. Roy Robertson-Harris is upset too. He's like, come on, how is that a penalty? Come on, boys, you're up 27 points. Complain to the officials when it's 1 possession, please. Not like this. Just let Tennessee get the penalty. And I saw Levis's helmet jerk forward. I want to get like a face shot of it, not behind the play. I want like an in front of the play camera angle. But whatever. 5 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. A little trickery. Will Levis, he's going to fire wide open. DeAndre Hopkins, touchdown Tennessee. A little bag in the tricks for Tennessee. Will Levis throws his first touchdown in about 9 quarters to DeAndre Hopkins. Last play of the third quarter, and Levis throws a dart. It was a direct snap to Henry, faked the inside handoff to Spears, flipped it back to Levis, and that is a touchdown for DeAndre Hopkins, who burnt Cisco, so the shutout's over. And I'm not going to lie, I think Jacksonville let that penalty call get in their heads just a little too much there. That's coaching can work on that. The extra point is good from Nick Folk. 3-possession game. Here we go. Here we go. We're good. You can give Tennessee some points. Personally, the defense, they were getting way too upset over that. It was a pretty ticky-tack call on Chase on the roughing the passer the play before, but come on. There's no need to give him a 45-yard touchdown after that. Come on now. You knew better than that. So shutout over. Fourth quarter about to get underway after this commercial break. That was the last play of the third. Jacksonville still up by 20. Tennessee needs to stop and another touchdown before this game can really even get remotely close. So I'm not worried about that. Hopkins, he's been Levis's favorite target, as he should be. 4th touchdown of the season. And there you go. Hopkins and Ridley both have 4 touchdowns on the year. So Titan fans, if you want to come at me and argue who's the – okay, no. Hopkins had a better year. But, I'll start heat with Titans fans. Absolutely, I will. I don't care. I'm mean. I know. I'm very mean. Career touchdown number 75 for Hopkins. Very interesting. I don't know. Is Hopkins a Hall of Famer? I think that's a good question. Personally, he's probably done enough to get in if he continues to play for at least another year or two. 3 All-Pros, 75 touchdowns. He's going to get, barring any injury, he's going to get over 12,000 career receiving yards by the end of this season. In fact, he might actually get 12,000 career receiving yards by week 14. So, realistically, he's going to make the Hall of Fame because he's not done. Even though he may not make another Pro Bowl or whatever, he's still going to have that recognition, and he's still a wide receiver 1 for a team at 32 years old? 31. He'll be 32 by the time next season rolls around. That's impressive. Receivers performing at a high level at age 32 doesn't usually happen unless you're Randy Moss. So, or Tim Brown or Lance Allworth. Those. All right, we're at commercial break. Levis, basically making me shut up. I'd say Tannehill should come in the game. Well, Levis said absolutely not, Grant. I'm going to throw this touchdown on you real quick, and there's nothing much you can do about it. Okay. First play of the fourth quarter will be a touchback by Dearness Johnson. Well, since Tennessee scored, we can keep Lawrence in there for one more drive. I do want to see Beathard in the game, though. There's no reason to keep Lawrence in a blowout situation. I feel like I say this every week when they're up or losing by a lot. The fact Lawrence was still playing midway through the fourth quarter of last week's game is ridiculous. There's one situation, if there's Teddy Bridgewater out there and you have a stopgap guy and you want him to play as often as you can for the money you pay him, Trevor, there's no need to screw around. He's your franchise guy. Just bench him whenever the time comes. 3-possession lead for Jacksonville. First play of the fourth quarter from the 25. Lawrence, inside handoff. Here is ETN trying to bust it out to the left side, and he does not go anywhere. A loss of 1. Up down the play by Rice, who's made a couple of tackles in this contest. It's been a frustrating day for Tennessee's defense. They've given up a few touchdowns, but realistically, if the offense was just a little bit better in the first half, they They could have made this like a 10-point game instead of a 20-point game, Offense just been really struggling for Tennessee all day. You can see it in the total yards, 329 to 161 in favor of Jacksonville, and that's in that statistic. They bring out Strange as the tight end. They put him in motion. Here's the pass is caught by Ridley, and Ridley will get 2 yards. 3rd down and 9 coming up. And this is Ridley's breakout game as a Jaguar. He literally has not played a game this impressive since week 1. He looked okay against Buffalo. He looked okay against New Orleans, but really this was the game that I think is going to put Trevor back on the map of, is he a top 15, top 20 receiver in this league? We know what Christian Kirk can do, and I've said since day one Kirk is still the wide receiver 1 on this team until proven otherwise, but Ridley's been the number 1 target today, and it's been working. Kirk in motion from left to right here. 4 seconds left on the play clock. Lawrence fires wide open Zay Jones, and Jones will get out of bounds at around the 31. And he trips over. Oh, my goodness. Zay Jones just tripped over the first down chain. Oh, God. Oh, my Lord. That was something I didn't think I'd see today. Zay Jones tripping over the first down marker while he was way out of bounds. Interesting. Garrier will be the return man. Logan Cook, just his second punt of the game. His first punt was from 54 yards. This one will land at the 21 and will be returned all the way out to the 40. Ball's out! Ross Mytrick falls on top of it! Oh, the long snapper with a tackle and a fumble recovery! Oh, my goodness! The long snapper, they're people too. And Jacksonville gets the ball back. Well, Wingard missed the tackle. What a tackle there from the big Ross M, number 46. They got the fumble recovery as well. That is incredible. Look at the long snapper go. Oh, Ross Mystrick, nice to see ya. Oh, wow. And that's been the day for the Titans. It's been a brutal one. That is funny. All right, in commercial break. Take a look at what Mastic did here. 60th career game today. 3rd tackle of the season, and I believe that is his first career fumble recovery. Ross Mastic, the long snapper. All right. Well, let's take a look at some of the other scores here. The NFL has – this is probably one of the more boring ones on the schedule. Browns are still up 10-3 over the Steelers. My goodness. The Bears took the lead over the Lions 20-14. Dolphins up 17-13 over the Raiders. Packers up 16-13 over the Chargers. I think that's the game Brandon Staley gets fired today. If the Packers win that game, I think they should fire Brandon Staley personally. Giants still up 14-12 over the Commanders. Cowboys up 17-10 over the Panthers. And the Texans are up 21-16 over the Cardinals. But Cardinals got the ball, so we'll see what happens. All right. Well, he's keeping that football. This is his 4th season out of Baylor. Oh, my gosh. He got the fumble recovery. Ain't that funny? He is so excited. All right, here's Trevor. Ingram in motion, 1st and 10. They still have Ingram out there. That's making me believe he could score a touchdown here. Ingram, Lawrence throws for Ingram, incomplete. Ingram beat out Rice. Now he's given a couple of high fives to a couple of Jaguar fans who are sitting in the reserve seating. Look at this punt. Great punt from Cook at Tennessee, just trying to get more yardage out of it. If it was a closer game, that's probably a fair catch. But I was about to say, it was a nice return until the fumble. My goodness. It's been that type of day for the Jaguars. Special teams, defense, everything is firing on all cylinders. And we are a shutout away from Tennessee trickery. We still have the shutout intact here. Lawrence fires down the middle. Ingram with the catch down to the 33. 3rd down and medium coming up here. 3rd and 6. Jacksonville trying to go to 3-1 on the division. Tennessee would drop to 0-2. Houston 1-1 in the division. Indianapolis 2-2. Of course, their 2 losses that came to the Jaguars. Colts also had a win against Houston and Tennessee of their own. 3rd down and 6 coming up here for the Jaguars. Ingram in motion. Lawrence waits, throws. Ingram makes the grab down to the 20. And Jacksonville once again in the red zone. By far their best offensive performance of the day. Really haven't seen an offensive game this complete from the Jaguars since the Falcons game. Ingram 29 yards on the day off 4 catches. Lawrence 22 for 30, 255 now. Lawrence just steps up the pocket, good throw. And I am shocked at what I am seeing. The Lions are now trailing the Bears by 2 possessions. Who would have saw that coming? 1st and 10. In motion is Johnson. Lawrence fakes the handoff to Johnson. Lawrence fires, pass caught. Zay Jones, a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 now, coming up for Jacksonville. I was just going to let the clock continue to run, even though he stepped out of bounds. Jacksonville trying to go right back up by 4 possessions, and which would 100% put the nail in the coffin. Ingram to the far right with Jones, Kirk and Ridley to the left, ETN the running back. Ingram put in motion, 2nd and 8. Lawrence just throws the screen. ETN wrapped up at the 13. And not a bad way for Lawrence to, I guess, pad his passing statistics. So it's 3rd down and 3. Browns Steelers officially going into the 4th quarter. Cleveland still up 10-7. A little fashion AFC North battle. Low defensive battle. Winner goes to 7-3. Takes sole possession of 2nd place in the division. Baltimore will still lead. Well, Baltimore also has a game against. Nope, they don't have another game against Cleveland. They do have another game against Pittsburgh. And yeah, here's the handoff. ETN on 3rd and 3, and he picks up 2. Walker Little, the first one to get up out of the pile. Walker Little's had a great day. The entire Jaguars offensive line has had a great day. 4th and 1, Jacksonville should obviously go for this year, because even if they don't get it, I mean, it's not the biggest end of the world. If Tennessee scores, you're still up 2 possessions, which would be with well under 9 minutes remaining. Jacksonville and Tennessee both 1 for 1 on 4th down conversions in this contest. Jacksonville now has 5 4th down conversions on the season. Here is the handoff and the 1st down run by Tank Bigsby. A gain of 3. Good. Get Bigsby out of the doghouse a little bit. Give him some more experience. 1st down, Jacksonville. A gain of 3. Well, that's good. Bigsby's first carry of the game was a gain of 3. That's what he needs to do. He hasn't even touched the field since the special teams penalty back in the second quarter. But Bigsby has a great job there, just running forward. First down, Jacksonville. He's a power back. You got to use him as a power back. Jacksonville now dominating the time of possession, something Tennessee dominated in the first half of this game. Jacksonville now is continuing to eat up clock. We have a score update, and it is a Dallas Cowboys touchdown. Never mind, we'll go over that in a minute. Here's the handoff. Johnson down to the 4. So it's Tony Pollard on the rushing end. Of course, you can watch that game live on Fox. Kind of shocked that that game's 2 possessions, but still, Dallas winning that game early in the 4th. I can't really say there's much of a surprise there. Lawrence, 2nd and goal. Ingram in motion. And, Lawrence will keep it himself. And he'll get his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. Why not? Lawrence in for his 2nd rushing touchdown. 4th touchdown of the day in total. And 33-7 is your score with the extra point pending. Well, why not? Trevor's probably not coming back out for the rest of this game anyway. So let him call his number 1 last time. It was a good inside handoff, fake to ETN, and again, just breaking the pylon. 6 more for Jacksonville. Exactly what the doctor ordered for this Jacksonville Jaguar team. They really, really needed this offensive performance. It finally woke up. Now they're wondering if Lawrence was shy of the goal line by a half inch. Just give it to him. And they will, capping off the 9-play, 36-yard drive off the Ross Mastic fumble recovery. McManus to attempt the extra point, and what would make it 34-7. I got confidence. I already have it up there. Good snap, good hold. Okay, good. It's right down the middle. No announcer jinxes here. No, sir. 34-7. Trevor's probably done for the day, as he should be. Jacksonville well on their way to 7-3. Good. Good. This is exactly what we needed. Exactly what we needed from this offense. Trevor is statistically having a career game. You made fun of you for bringing up Tommy DeVito. Oh, but he has 3 touchdowns. You picked up Tommy DeVito in fantasy? Whoa, that was ballsy. I wouldn't necessarily make fun of you for that, but they are playing Washington's defense after all. But, oh, my gosh. Really? Really? That's interesting. I don't think I would ever pick up DeVito. All right. Didn't start him. Oh, you didn't start him? Oh, I thought you were starting him. Oh, okay. Well, big deal. You picked him up as a backup. Oh, my gosh. I thought you were starting him today. Jeez, you had to have started him, dude. What are you doing? Oh, I forget. Who's your starter? This is in our league, right? Probably not. Oh, yeah. He did throw his 3rd one. Barkley has 1. Barkley has 2. And Darius Slayton has 1. Hey, Darius Slayton! Darius Slayton finally shows up. Oh, my God. It only took him 11 weeks. Goodness gracious. He's finally getting going. Stroud's thrown 2 touchdowns, one to Schultz, the other to Tank Dell. Just trying to take a look at some other quick statistics here. The Packers regained the lead 16-13 over the Chargers. A poor freaking Justin Herbert, dude. Brandon Staley's got to go. Like, if they lose, he's got to go. Don't even let him return from Lambeau Field. He's just got to go. He's such a bad head coach. It's ridiculous. He's so bad. He's so bad. 7:28 to go. And here's the kickoff from McManus. They're probably going to keep Levis in just for extra exposure. As here's the touchback, it out to the 25. Maybe pretty useless if Ryan Tannehill was in the situation. Might as well let him continue to grow with the growing pains. Bills Jets is next on CBS. Why is Seahawks Rams on CBS? Honestly, I have no idea. That should be a Fox game. Of course, if you're like me and you live in Massachusetts, you're stuck watching Jets Bills no matter what, because of course, for whatever reason, Fox does not have a doubleheader, a game that I'd much rather watch, and Buccaneers 49ers is not playing live. Derrick Henry with a catch and a gain of 8, brought down by Roy Robertson Harrison. Flag is down. Is it just me, or did it get like really cloudy outside? If you live in Massachusetts, it was early. The sun was shining 15 minutes ago. Where did it go? Oh my gosh. I guess the sun must be setting really early today. We're about to get some rain. That's going to stink. Driving back in the rain. Hopefully that's not the case. Surprisingly enough, it was 70s at kickoff. I know, 70s in November. And, there's a pick 6 for Devontae Bland. Poor Bryce Young, man. He's not playing Stroud. Oh, you have Stroud? Oh, you have... Oh, it was our league. I didn't know which league it was. If you picked up DeVito in our league, you're crazy. But good job, I guess. Here's Henry. And another flag on 1st and 15. Oh, that makes sense. Although Stroud's not having that good of a game. He has, 2 touchdowns and a pick? DeVito is probably the way to go this week. I mean, obviously, you wouldn't risk that, but you wouldn't risk starting DeVito over Stroud, but it's not bad. Lawrence is finally giving me fantasy points, which is good. Adam Goss is called for the penalty. Yeah, Stroud has 2 picks. Kyle, you have some rotten fantasy luck the past few weeks. You still beat me by like 0.20 points, though, so I guess that's something to brag about. You beat me in that very close game because I started Cousins over Lawrence that week or whatever it was. Ridiculous. Here's Levis. Fake the handoff. He's going to throw deep. Levis with a beautiful deep ball, and it's caught at the 20. Nice grab by Moore. Brought down by Brown. And you see, if you're Tennessee, this is good. You want Levis out here to continue to throw deep and to continue to make plays happen and obviously get his statistics up. More of the great route running there. I mean, obviously Jacksonville's kind of just running around out there like headless chickens, and Brown kind of just let Moore get that grab. Of course, a 34-7 game, you're not going to be seeing your best quality out of your starters. If you're Jacksonville, Tennessee, though, they're pretending this is a 7-point game, and they want to drive down the field really quickly. Here's Derrick Henry off the handoff inside the 10. Henry rumbling his way down to the 4. Devin Lloyd with the tackle. And surprisingly enough, I don't want to say a word. In fact, I'm not going to say a word until after this drive about it. Oh, they're making me want to bring it up. They're really making me want to bring it up. Derrick Henry, 13 games against the Jaguars, 15 touchdowns. They really want me to bring it up. Well, now he's getting substituted out. I get to say it. He has not scored a touchdown in this game. He has not scored a touchdown in this game. Please keep him off the field for the rest of the game, Vrabel. Please. More in motion. Handoff goes. Spears brought down by, wow. Coming into the game is The defensive end, oh my God, Tyler Lacey. Welcome into the game, my friend. When did you get substituted in? Lacey gets the tackle. Expected to score 144 points and lose? Who are you even going up against? Oh my God, that's terrible. That sucks. Second and goal now. Oh no, Henry's back in the game. And they have Jeffrey Simmons as an extra blocker. No. They fake the handoff. And they throw to Jeffrey Simmons for the touchdown. Oh, I was expecting a handoff right up the middle to Henry. Instead, Jeffrey Simmons gets his first career receiving touchdown. That's awesome. And he hit a little gritty afterwards. Oh, that's tremendous. Oh, let the players have some fun. Why don't you? Oh, my goodness. Shaq Quarterman. I don't know why you would step up in coverage like that, but regardless, it is a touchdown for Jeffrey Simmons. See, I can get a little excited when the opponent scores. Folk hits his second extra point. 14 on the board. So, 20-point game again. Oh, dude, Jeffrey Simmons, come on. That's crazy. Oh my God. Simmons had a little gritty afterwards. It's so funny. That's so funny. Projected to having 144 points. That's terrible. Why am I in fantasy hockey? I'm right now destroying. Oh, Trevor's got 32 points today. Oh my God, let's go. That's crazy. The only thing I should have done was maybe start Zay Flowers over Terry McLaurin, but that's game still going on. Tyreek has 30 points. Lawrence has 30 points. What I say, Jerome Ford with his average 12-point performance. I was telling you guys in the second quarter, he was a great pickup for me. Still have Javonte on Sunday Night Football. Oh, my God. I've already scored 97 points, and I still have Javonte Williams, Puka Nacua, and Dalton Kincaid. And half my bench for some reason. Oh, my God. That is crazy. Poor Mike. He's getting destroyed. Oh, there you are. You're losing to Nate. Okay. And Tank Dell went crazy for you, though. That's not too bad. He had DeVito, 21 points on the bench. That's crazy. Saquon scored 29 points, though. And Santos has made all of his kicks. That's crazy. Here's your fantasy football update, I guess. All right, come on, get this commercial break over with, dude. It's 34-13. Gonna move on. Let's go. Quit. We know we're watching this game on CBS. Quit advertising it. Here we go. Simmons with a 2-yard touchdown. Oh my gosh, Jeffrey Simmons. That's so funny. He caught a touchdown. Just like when Vita Vea caught a touchdown for the Bucs. Here's Folk. Surprise onside kick. Well, I guess I can't really say surprise onside kick, but it was, and Evan Ingram recovered it. 4:28 left here in the fourth quarter. Jacksonville is up by 20, and they're going to wrap things up here. At home, go to 7-3. The best game played all around this season. 2 touchdowns they scored were absolute garbage time touchdowns for Tennessee. Here's C.J. Beathard coming into the league. His Iowa Hawks, a crazy win last night. They're heading back to commercial, I guess. Well, that's a whole lot of fun. I would step away, but if I step away, it's a 20-point game. I don't think you guys are going to really want to sit here and just see a blank screen for 2 minutes while they're in commercial break. Steelers tied it at 10 against the Browns. Texans still up 21-16 over the Cardinals. Kyler Murray, though, man, they've really gotten better, which is good. Dolphins still defeating the Raiders 20-13. Cowboys up 13-10 over the Panthers. Bears up 26-14 over the Lions, and Packers are still up 16-13 over the Chargers. Oh my God. Giants up 21-12 over the Commanders. Oh my God. I swear to God, every time I talk about how good Sam Howell is, he immediately makes me regret talking anything nice about him. I'm literally texting Kyle. I'm texting all my friends. I'm like, bro, Sam Howell's been so good this year. He literally leads the league in passing yards. And then he plays terrible games like this. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh, yeah, a couple of Jaguar fans were not happy about that Caleb on Chason penalty. I mean, dude, whatever. All right, we're at commercial break. We're gonna get to see CJ Beathard. I can't believe that they literally went to commercial, showed a play, and then went back to commercial. That was ridiculous. Tank Bigsby with a gain of 3. This is gonna be nice for Tank Bigsby to get some reps here. It really is. Bigsby's been great. Bigsby has been great today. Outside the penalty, he's really just had a bad season overall. I know he's a rookie, and I know he's going to be way better. And he's probably going to be the full-time running back 2 next year, but no, let him be. We'll just let him get the snaps he needs, and hopefully this is going to be drastic improvement moving forward. This Beathard, inside handoff, Bigsby, nothing there, 3rd and 7, 30 yard. Third and 7 coming up. We're on 7 now for Jacksonville. They just continue to eat up clock. Now under 3 minutes left. Beathard. Handoff goes Bigsby. Takes it to the right. Bigsby tries to get the first. I think it's going to be about 4th and inches. They're going to go for it. That's what I love to see out of Tank, baby. We've been waiting to see this. Wait a whole 11 weeks. Look at this. Lowers the shoulder. Great play. 4th and 1. Jacksonville's 2 for 2 on 4th down conversions today. Fourth down and 1 at the 36. Here's Bigsby, and he's going to run for the first, pushing the pile down to the 37. Tank Bigsby, good job. And they move the chains. First down, Jacksonville. And Michonne, that guy with the Jaguars, had an awful lot. He is drunk out of his mind. But the Jaguars crowd is loving every second of it. There's the face of the franchise right there. Trevor Lawrence. Y'all wanted him gone after last week. Ridiculous. Just accept that the Niners were a great team and move on. I was embarrassed by how bad we played last week, but man, this was a fresh clean in the mouth or I guess a fresh breath of air is what I guess I was trying to say. As Bigsby gets nothing there, loss of 1. As we hit the 2-minute warning in what has been an absolute blowout here in Jacksonville. They are up by 20, 2-minute warning. And again, I would just like to thank everyone for tuning in one last time. I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be on the call again next Sunday as the Jaguars take on the Houston Texans in what should be a much more competitive game. There'll be another game to test potentially how far the Jaguars can do in the playoffs. Of course, that's going to mean a lot. That's pretty much going to mean the division next week. If Jacksonville wins, they split with Houston. They would have a 3-game comfort as long as the Colts lose, and they would go up to 8-3, and it would probably be good enough to lock up the division as long as they continue to win some games down the stretch. So all Jacksonville needed to do was make the playoffs, and they met their expectations. Obviously, the expectations the Super Bowl, but they look good. They look good today. These commercial breaks, oh my lord, these commercial breaks are driving me crazy. I really wish you just fast forward through this garbage. It's like, I know you gotta make money off sponsorships, but oh my gosh. You show so many commercials here. My God. All right, right at a 2-minute warning. Crowd beginning to empty out here in Jacksonville, although a lot of fans are still partying, which is good to see. A lot of them drunk out of their minds as well. Bigsby the handoff. And a gain of a yard. Well, because they started off on 2nd down, they weren't going to kneel it. But you also don't want to do anything stupid. Because of, you don't want to do anything stupid because you play Tennessee again in Week 18. And you don't want to do something that's going to make Tennessee remember, something. So, is the handoff on 3rd and 12 for Bigsby. Bigsby with a handoff all the way down inside the 27-yard line. Will be 4th and short, and Jacksonville will potentially run their last offensive play of the game. It's 4th and 6. They're not going to bring out the field goal unit, saving us the hassle from just setting up a kickoff. Jacksonville on the road against Houston next week. And Tennessee Titans, we're going to see what they're up to here in a minute. Handoff goes on 4th and 6, and Bigsby gets nothing. So, 27 seconds left. Tennessee will try to run up the score. They have the Panthers next week. They're going to drop to 3-7. Jacksonville to 7-3. How crazy a year works. These two teams were battling it out for the division in Week 18. The last time they played here in Jacksonville, and now a 20-point rout to put the Jaguars at 7-3. Will Levis will take the knee, and the Jaguars are going to wrap things up here and go to 3-1 in the division. They've won their first game against Tennessee. We know they've swept Indianapolis. And the big question is, can this team play Houston? Trevor, 2 rushing touchdowns on the day, 2 passing touchdowns to Calvin Ridley, and a much-needed comeback win for Jacksonville after getting romped by San Francisco last week. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast here on YouTube. For one last time, everybody, I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone, saying enjoy the rest of your evening. Jaguars win it 34-14. Cardinals have the ball with a minute left. Why are you making this intriguing to do bonus coverage, CBS? They are at the 27. Oh, God. All right. We'll stay on for 44 more seconds. 3rd and 8. Kyler Murray. Houston just jumped off sides. They're not going to call anything. Well, now I'm going to get mad because the Jaguars game's over. Oh, my God, that was offsides. I am mad right now. That should be a 3rd and 3. Instead, it's 4th and 8. What is this malarkey? What is this? This is garbage. All right, 4th and 8. Let's play the broadcast unless they convert it. Jesus. That's ridiculous. How's that not called offsides? I'm going to be complaining, all right? This is Houston we're talking about. This year, they have passed the Titans for my least favorite team in the league, so Cardinals are going to burn a timeout. Man, oh, man. All right, 4th and 8 for the Cardinals. Here we go. Murray steps back under immediately duress. He just chucks it up and it's knocked away. And looking for a Hollywood Brown, and the Cardinals are going to lose. Oh, my God. How about you calling offsides every once in a while, Zebras? Goodness gracious. Well, that's going to be the end of the broadcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Jaguars win the game we were here for, 34-13. Both teams coming in next week on a win. It's going to make it very exciting down in Houston. We'll see what happens next week live here on YouTube. Jacksonville takes it 34-13 in Week 11.